Rebuild of the favorites. We here for the latest. South side or the north side. Not tuned to the greatest. Home team for the home teams. Both sides got our own rings. On the mound or the long ball. But we don't put the wrong strings. Yeah. It's that time of the year now. Wrigley or Ganty, so the whole league that we hear now. New show with a new mood. Discussions and interviews. Trade rumors that might be. This is Pinwheels and Knife.
This is what you're looking for, y'all. There's like an extended version of that song. You guys know that, right?
Oh yeah. No, this is only like the 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's the. I think it's on our Spotify.
Yeah. No, the whole song plays in our transition after all the all you YouTubers listen on the podcast too, especially Spotify.
You can put it on the board, y'all. Yeah, dude, he killed that song, bro. I still talk to Brian every once in a while. It's unfortunate, but life got in the way. He doesn't get to produce and make music as much anymore.
Time to do like a remix on Chris Getz. I fucking hate this team, y'all.
I hate this team. Put it to like a T-Pain Instagram. I hate this team, y'all.
Yeah, work that autotune in there.
Perpetually pissed off, yeah.
We need more athletes.
Drowning in my whiskey.
We have no untouchables.
Oh, that'd be. We're gonna talk about that, but all right. In 3, 2, 1. What's going on, everybody? It is Thursday, November 9th, and you have found the Pinwheels and Ivy podcast. I'm your host, Matt Swaski, a.k.a. Father Zoe, a.k.a. Offseason Zoe. And with me, as always, Mr. Aldo Soto.
I wish that Bob had written the same headline that he did about Bryce Harper and the Phillies, but I'll take anonymous GM saying that the Cubs are serious contenders for Ohtani and might be the most aggressive team to sign him this season, off season. I wish it was maybe Jeff Passan reporting that, but I'll take it right now if it's just from Bob.
And the good Reverend K. Fids.
I'm over here just trying to figure out who the Cubs aren't going to acquire this offseason. I want everyone. So, Jed.
We're that annoying team this offseason,
Absolutely. We are the new
I'm aware
of this offseason. We're the Mets fans, the Phillies fans.
I don't know if you guys don't remember it, but I am in a chat with you guys all day, every day. I am well aware of where you two stand.
Trade candidates, guys, just 1-year deals, 7-year deals. We want everybody.
And then
your mom, seamstress, she's hired. Bring her on. Let's go. Everybody. I don't give a shit. The best laundry person is going to be signing with the Cubs. Everyone.
Mitch had to go back to work. Damn the man. But Mitch is at work.
Some people are saying Mitch demanded our 2 previous shows so he gets more airtime.
Yes. So, so I'm just going to say it. For a November 9th show, there is a shitload of stuff to talk about. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. This is a jam-packed show. Lots and lots of stuff to talk about.
These are the boring GM meetings. This isn't even the winter meetings.
Yeah, this isn't even the good meetings. This is the winter meetings. So
this is where everyone gets diarrhea, apparently.
That too. Well, White Sox have had diarrhea for years. But Cubs are in on everybody, literally everybody. We're going to talk about that. And White Sox apparently don't have any untouchables. Apparently have a GM that doesn't like his team, and he's not afraid to say it, which we're going to get into that because some people got really deep into their emotions about it on Twitter, boy, and we're going to talk about that. Then there's just a bunch of MLB news, MLB trade rumors, top 50 free agents. Trade market buzz is already going because basically I thought it was very funny that someone was like, "Oh, I can't believe all this trade talk for position players." Yeah, look at the free agent pool, numbnuts. It's fucking terrible.
It's literally an outhouse.
It's a retirement home. It's everybody's, and I mean, I'm saying this as a 40-year-old man, but like everybody's over 35, and in baseball years, that's like 80. And then also we have awards finalists. Our boy Aldo has come up for a contest where you will be able to get in, use your baseball knowledge, really just guess, and win some money.
Oh, definitely guessing. There's a few guys that I know some of you haven't heard of.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And that goes to show you how weak the free agent class is, because it's only
Yes.
top 20 guys.
all that plus who knows what else. We got to get into it, folks. This is definitely going to be a 2-hour show. Let's tap this keg. As always, the show is brought to you by Sports Mockery, sportsmockery.com. Make sure you download the app, turn on your push notifications so you'll be the first to know that Ohtani signed with the Mariners. Sports Mockery, sportsmockery.com. Download the app, turn on push notifications.
Rude.
Also brought to you by Uncle Bud's on 9700 South Cicero. If you're an old school Southsider, it's where TCs used to be. If you or if any of your buddies are former Jarheads, salute you. I'm sorry that the Marine Ball got canceled, but we kind of know what that means. But Uncle Bud's has you covered. If you're looking for a place to go get after it on the Marine's birthday, Uncle Bud's has crazy specials going on November 10th for you and your boys. As someone that bartended for a long time, you make a lot of money on November 10th. It's plain and simple. Nick in the comments, trade Luis Robert? No. And then so before we
haven't heard his offer yet. Maybe Nick is cooking. He's cooking. Let him cook.
Before we get started, I do want to make a couple of business points here. On Sunday night, although myself and young Mitch did a show that we discussed the Tim Anderson news in full. So we're not going to talk about it on this show because I don't want to beat a dead horse and we got enough to talk about. But go check out that show from Sunday. And then the boys got back on the mic, Fids, Aldo, and young Mitch, to talk about the Cubs' first big acquisition, getting Craig Counsell as the new manager, which has apparently broken Brewers fans. Which
someone needs to take Milwaukee. They need to take Milwaukee out and blow in it, and then put it back in to see if that fixes it because it's broken.
I'm not a Cubs fan. We've established this, but I also very much like to see any team in Wisconsin in pain. So
it feels so good.
It's been very funny to watch that, but also
good.
Talked about the significance of the signing. You know, he's a great manager, yes, but also with the Cubs in on everybody this offseason, it helps to be equipped with the most desirable manager that was out there. So there was a lot to that. That's on Monday Night Show. Folks.
It's very similar, actually. Having Counsell as the Cubs manager is very similar to us having a shirtless Mitch on the podcast.
Exactly. Thank you. That is a very good way to put it.
Go watch, subscribe, comment, share.
Subscribe, like, all that fun shit. We got to make sure. Hold on, I'm trying to do something here. Two things at once. Yeah, everything that Aldo just said. Do all that, and folks, we might be the hardest working podcast out there right now. Just burning and turning for you, the listeners. So I don't want to hear any shit.
Should we turn it before we burn it, though?
No, burn it and turn it.
Oh, okay.
Because that's just how I said it. So we're going to go with it.
Paying him somewhere between $60 and $50 million this offseason. That's what it sounds like. Bruce said. I was like,
pretty much.
That one. That was weird.
Yeah, someone needs to. Poor Bruce.
He's
he's already 100 years old, but like
I asked Bruce, well, not directly, obviously through Twitter, but I offered my to run his account a few years ago because it was rough. It's been rough for a while. No punctuation, sometimes no spaces.
Jed Hoyer,
he has the random period that makes a website to nothing. It's rough for Bruce's Twitter.
Jed Hoyer's the president of baseball ops.
For the BB ops.
The BB ops.
Yeah.
It's what's happening? Ops.
Week 3 of asking for Mitch for a name, friends. I mean, Mitch.
How long did it take for you with what's his name all season?
When is Mitch going to just give the people what they want? That's the
question. Go watch Monday's show and Monday Night Show, and maybe you'll see a preview.
I want 12 months of Mitch as a calendar, to be honest. When the seasons change, it could just be seasonal.
Seasonal Mitch.
Seasonal
sounds
midge.
like that sounds like something you get a cream for.
January, he's wearing like really short shorts, but a really large jacket. And then February, he's obviously in his like Valentine's romper. March, he starts kind of shedding a little bit of the fabric. And then by the time we're at the dead summer, he's just basically wearing Speedo.
Always holding a microphone now.
Always have to be molding a microphone. All right, keep stalling because I almost have this up now.
I think we've got something here. We think we've got something here. 12 months of Mitch.
Well,
we just have to keep teasing Missy with with Mitch.
Well, it's funny you bring up Missy because we have a special request from our brothers over at the Chicago Sports Bomb that this accidentally gets put up on the screen.
Oh.
So
we learned a lot on Monday night, though, about the Gen Z dating scene. That was absolutely one of the funniest podcasts I've ever seen, and I won't back down from that. I got yelled at by my fiance because I'm like, she's in the back. By the way, I'm watching it out front on the big screen, so they're like extra delicious on the big screen, and I can't remember what was one of the things where it wasn't. The friends with benefits thing, and then
I got so lost. There's benching and there's all this other shit. I don't know.
Filoni dropped like fucking Gen Z's just the bum of the week, the whole week, and I fucking died. And she's like,
"Hold on, I think we need to address this question. If the sports bombs don't have Ritz, I think it's Ritz. They probably have the crackers though. Does the Pinwheels crew asking for a friend? Glad there's White Sox news to discuss. I am too. Thank you for the super chat, Drew. Hold on. Let's go right to the source, folks. Jenna, do I have Riz? Yeah, that's what kids call having game.
Oh.
Yeah, she said, yeah, you got game. That's right. See?
Nice.
Did you call me the Wizard of Oz? So
the Wizard of Oz. She's still going. She's pumping my tires over here. I'm loving this. This is a good question.
A very good wife.
Yeah.
If I asked Carrie that, she would tell me, "Fuck no," and then I'd be like, "Well, what are you doing with me? Hello." Oh, I hate you, Husky, you bastard.
Watching from A-Rod's hideaway. Oh, Aldo does have Riz. Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz.
Putting on the Ritz, baby.
Yes.
The Wizard of Waverly Place.
Unless you're the creature from Young Frankenstein, then it's just.
I'm glad I started the show by saying we got a billion things to talk about. Fucking Riz and all this other shit. But I'm not gonna lie, I feel great. It was a 50-50 toss-up when I asked Jenna that question. So for her to say, hell yeah, you got game like that, I'm over the moon right now. So let's talk about baseball, folks. Baseball. We can't talk about Taylor Swift. Well, that's the football podcast. I do win a lot of duels.
You mean wait? Because this is going on right now. The new thing is that Jennifer Aniston, Taylor Swift, and Megan Fox are actually secretly dudes. That's the conspiracy theory.
With those three, let's play some FA. What is it? Marry, fuck, kill. Go. So, right in front of your wife. Go.
But wait, are they all dudes?
You don't know.
Here's me. Those are all dudes.
You don't know, so you just have to take it at face value. So I guess you'll find out.
I'm on the wrong team. Wrong team.
Where are the three?
So it's Jennifer Aniston, Taylor Swift, and and Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Jenna. F, marry, kill. Jennifer Aniston, Megan Fox, Taylor Swift. You have to F one of them. My kid's here. F one of them, marry one of them, and kill one of them. Jennifer Aniston, Megan Fox, Taylor Swift.
I got mine. I got good reasons.
Oh, you're effing Megan Fox? Oh, you kinky.
Yeah.
All right. So
no. You have to pick which one you want to do it. I would kill Megan Fox. I'd probably F Jennifer Aniston and marry Taylor Swift.
See, we're close on that one. I'm thinking financials, right? She's worth $1 billion. Marry her.
Yep.
You marry Taylor Swift. You marry Taylor Swift.
Give her
you marry Jennifer Aniston, and then you have a great minute and a half with Megan Fox.
Yeah, see, I think we're all in agreement that a minute and a half with Transformers, Megan Fox is we're there. But you marry Taylor Swift, and then you Killers of the Flower Mooner, and then you're good to go. You got the billions for yourself, and you kill Jennifer Aniston because she's closer to be old. Wait, you're getting called Liberace? Hey, hold on. Never mind.
I feel pretty strong. I'm Megan. I'm unaliving Megan Fox.
Stop,
I'm definitely fulfilling a '90s dream of having Jennifer Aniston, and I'm marrying T Swift.
I think the T Swift marry is pretty easy. Yeah, I mean,
Do you understand how much
shit, what
money
can I
Taylor
say?
Swift has?
worth $1 billion, dude. You absolutely killer of the flower moons her. That's what you do.
I don't know what that means, but I will more than
It means
happy.
Oh man, I think I
Little
did.
bit.
Oh, I did kill
Little
Jennifer Aniston. Damn.
But
That's
she's
tough.
just older. She's older. She's lived a life longer than those two. You know, you don't want to strip away. You know that. You know, I mean, it's Jennifer Aniston.
Megan Fox wears like a vial of Machine Gun Kelly's blood around her neck.
But she also is bi, so that means that there could be a friend.
That's fine. So she'll be turned around.
All right.
Well, you know what? Since maybe you could have Jennifer and Megan, and nobody has to die. Can we do that one?
I think that's a better answer.
I like that one.
How did we get
All right.
off track? Like,
Yeah, we even started.
Um,
What the shit? This
I
is
blame
great.
Missy Carroll. But anyways,
yeah, we started talking about Mitch's calendar, and
And Rizzing.
well,
we
I
got
hope you guys.
to
I hope you
killing
guys are
Jennifer.
happy because now this is a 3-hour show.
Yeah,
we have a laundry list of shit.
but go check out those shows for more TA and Craig Council talk.
Yes. So let's start out with the biggest thing because it's obviously the most important thing, and it is the fact that there's multiple reports coming out of the GM meetings from a lot of different guys. It's not even just the usual suspects. It's like I saw some guy that's been on WGN and other sports beats for like 50 years coming out.
George
and saying
Offman.
it. Yeah. But the Cubs are basically something's happened. Someone's cage got rattled. Someone's checkbook got open. Something. But the Cubs are in on everyone. And when they say everyone, that's Ohtani, Bellinger, everyone. And
The ghost of Raleigh Fingers. Everyone's in.
everyone. And they made
Trade target, Luis Robert.
they made the early first move, which I really think this was strategic, and I think it was smart to go out and get Craig Counsell.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, now you're showing people like we just dropped $8 million a year on the manager that everybody basically wants to play for.
Mhm.
He's a great players manager. Players love him, respect him. You know, he's been through the game and everything. But we have money. We're the Cubs. The Cubs have their own history and everything like that. You know, national brand and all that fun stuff.
Best city in America.
Best city in America, even though it's on the wrong side of it. And yeah, like come to the Cubs. And
Come to Butthead.
I was going to say that too. So for them, like in previous years, when you would see something like the Cubs are in everybody, you wouldn't have even thought Ohtani. Like you'd be like, okay, we're starting to give me a middle name guy. But now you keep hearing names like Pete Alonso, Soto, Bellinger coming back, Ohtani, like basically anyone and everyone that's out there. And
Yamamoto too, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yamamoto, like all these studs coming over from Japan that basically made their money in the World Baseball Classic. That was such a good showcase for them.
There's a guy in a raft right now somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean that the Cubs are probably going to sign.
It's
just 'cause
yeah.
It is just so much different from that 2018-19
very different.
offseason when it was Harper and Machado. There was like nothing on Machado. And then for Bryce Harper, it was just very general. If they can get rid of Jason Hayward's contract, maybe they'll approach Harper. If they dump Yu Darvish, open up some salary, maybe they'll have a talk. But now it's like
it's balls to the wall, man.
it's
all
balls
gas,
to the wall.
no brakes.
It's either a big Juan Soto trade or a big free agent signing for like $500 million.
And the Cubs are in such a good position because they have the money, but they also have the farm system. So that's a rare combination. The last time we saw a combination like this is when the Padres got goofy.
Very goofy.
You know what I mean? Like that's the last time we saw someone go this ball's in, and what a good year. I mean, I know we just clowned the free agent class because it is really bad top to bottom.
It's very top heavy.
Very top heavy. Very top heavy. So the Cubs, I mean, I keep refreshing my email waiting for my offer. They're in on everybody.
We needed you the last week of September, so we needed you against the Braves.
Propositions in the DMs are always great.
We needed one good inning out of you.
Ohtani, though, I mean, these contract projections for Ohtani, I mean, you're basically looking at $500 million.
It's $500 million. I think the lowest I saw was 450, and then with incentives that would bring it to $500 million.
And
That's been the low end.
And
Ohtani's
do you
agency.
feel that's too much? Because I don't feel like that's too much. Like that doesn't even make me
No.
blink. Like, he's that good.
That's the thing. None of us even flinched when we just said that. And the thing is, his agent keeps beating the fucking drum that he's coming back as a pitcher and a DH. He's not just a DH. He's going to continue to be a two-way player.
And did you see his QA? What his QA was?
It's his number. All his numbers are fake.
His QA was like 20, was like 23, 24, something like that.
They're
Like,
all
yeah,
video
right.
game numbers.
He's gonna take that.
They're all video game numbers, and he addresses two problems for the team right away. With the
Hold on,
big bat.
what's his QA? What's QA?
Qualifying offer, or QO, excuse me, qualifying offer.
Well,
Sorry.
well, that's the same for everybody. But yeah,
But
What was it? It was
I think this year it's like
20
20.365 million.
Yeah.
and
like,
another
yeah,
way,
20.3.
another way-
There you go.
another way you got to think about it too, though, is so it's $500 million. But what would you pay for the best hitter in the class and the best pitcher in the class?
Right.
And
And like
then
Probably
even
around
if you want to
250
say
mil each.
Add those
and,
together.
and like even
Yeah.
if you want to say like, oh, like there's injury concerns and like some of the numbers show he's not the number one pitcher, it's still like top 5 pitcher in baseball.
Yeah.
Or like he would be a top 5 pitcher in your league.
And I truly believe he is going to be one of those guys. I'm not saying he didn't try in Anaheim, but I'm saying they were never like in it. You know what I mean? Anaheim was never a favorite for even their fucking state, let alone their division. But like,
I think they were above 500 for like a couple months.
but it was a weird above 500. No one thought Anaheim was making it.
that's what I'm saying. Like that was their high mark. They were above 500 for a
Yes.
couple of months.
But I really feel like you throw Ohtani on a revamped team like the Cubs, if they get Ohtani, make a couple other moves, and some of these kids pan out, and he's got a carrot in front of him, like, oh shit, I'm on a World Series. You saw what he did in the WBC when he was on a team that could win it all. Like it's just $500 million well spent. I can't.
I also want to point out that obviously the narrative is going to be spun, and it's already starting. It's like, oh, there's no chance he's going to go out of the West Coast. He wants to live west. And I get it. There's probably some cultural stuff. Obviously, there's a higher population of Japanese people out there. However, back when he did come over from Japan to Major League Baseball, there were 7 finalists. The Cubs were one of those finalists. Like, he was wowed. At the end, he did choose the Angels.
Mhm.
But like, there's some history there. He knows how good it can be. Like he was Cubs were a finalist for a reason.
So, I mean, we could just sit here for an hour and talk about how good Ohtani is, but it is, as a White Sox fan, even if it's not the White Sox, if Ohtani goes to the Cubs and I can go on like a 40-minute car ride and go watch the best player, arguably in the history of baseball play, that's pretty fucking cool. Just to have him in this city is cool.
Also, I do
I am
wanna say-
also extremely jealous.
I wrote about it. It's like, hey, it probably still is a long shot because again, the Cubs aren't going to be the only ones offering him a whole bunch of money.
You're going against the Yankees, the Dodgers. You're going against all the big boys. All the big boys.
Well,
Even all this hype, it's still like the Dodgers are still the favorites. So like, again, it's still a long shot. No one should be sitting here like second week of November now and be like, oh, it's a done deal. Shohei's coming to the Cubs. No,
I think it's the Giants. I do think it's the Giants. So the Dodgers are the front runners, but I'm going to overhear and fanboy. So
I do want to say though, I'm already starting to see a little bit. Obviously, this is just a few people. It's not most people recognize this guy is like all-time fucking player in the history of the sport.
Downplaying him.
They're being like, if we only get Ohtani, no.
You got 2 guys right there.
That's
exactly.
That's one of 2 things. Although that's either you just don't know.
That's just being ignorant. I think that's just ignorance.
You have literally been hurt your entire life, and you're trying to soften the blow for when he goes to the Dodgers.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like
I saw the shout out to the guy. He follows me on Twitter. He's a very active Cubs fan. But he was saying how like, oh man, there's already reports that they're not gonna be spending as like a whole bunch of money. If they only spend this much, they're only gonna get like one elite player. And like, but like if that player is Shohei Ohtani, like that's you take that. That's fine. That's great. That's more than we can ever have imagined. Kevin, think back to 2000. Think back to 2021, and if like 3 years later you would have been like, oh, the Cubs are gonna get Ohtani, by the way.
I'm thinking.
You, but I'm like, no.
No.
Now fans are like, we're only getting Ohtani.
This towel is here for a reason. When I think about Shohei as a Cub at all, this thing stands up on its own.
So I don't.
We
So
have-
stop that, guys. Stop
Yeah,
that,
don't do
Cubs
that.
fans, and also for the Juan Soto stuff.
That-
People are like, "Oh
I
my
was gonna
god, they're gonna
say-
trade all this
No,
for
no,
Juan."
stay with Juan Soto though, because we got a couple guys like Brett Cox in the comments asking about Juan Soto. Our good friend Cub Zone in the
what we trade
comments.
looks like.
What's that look like? So yeah, all right, you guys open that door. Let's go down that road. What does a trade for Juan now? What people have to keep in mind, and I saw one of those bullshit sites made like a mock trade, and it's like,
MLB nerds.
yeah, they're fucking terrible. Like for nerds, they're dumb fucks. But
They're not nerds, they're dorks.
you got to remember where Juan Soto's at with regards to his contract.
Right.
You're not trading for 7
Trade-
years guaranteed of Juan Soto.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you have to keep that in mind. Now, the other side of that coin though, is for where he's at, like contract wise, for how many contracts he's already had, he's young as fuck.
Oh, yeah, he's.
You know what I mean? Like
If he were to sign with the Cubs, I think the only players who would be younger would be like PCA and Miguel Amaya. Like,
Yeah.
those would be the only two guys younger than him by like a year.
And that's the part that cracks me up because they're like, it's like Bellinger too. How many people thought that Bellinger was like? How many Cub fans like dumb morale thought that he felt like he was like fucking like 33 years old or something? He's fucking like what 28, 29.
Yeah,
Like,
Bellinger's 28. He won't turn 29 until next summer, I think.
But they're so good and they've been consistently good for so long that people assume that their age is much higher. They just very successful at an early age, and now it's like, again, it's like Mike Trout, so good, so early, so frequently. Everyone takes what they do for granted, and that's what kind of it looks like with this. So like they're all so young.
But also, again,
prospect. My God,
I plead to people though, when you two right now throw out what you would trade for him, you are trading for 1 year of Juan Soto.
Yes,
guaranteed.
Okay. I also want to put, because you did bring up that MLB Nerds trade, and I know everybody was shitting on it because they do see Juan Soto and they see the names that the Cubs signed, and they're like, "Who the fuck are these guys?" You go back, and I wrote about it. Sportsmockery.com. Go to the Cubs News and Rumors. You look back at the Francisco Lindor trade from the Mets and the Guardians. You go back to the Boston Red Sox and Los Angeles Dodgers trade with Mookie Betts.
Yep.
You do not give up. You do not. Those teams did not give up like their number one prospect, and I think in both cases they didn't even give up like their number two prospect. There were those solid players that were deemed to be like, hey, this guy can be a future all-star level type player. But again, those two trades, you were getting guys with 1 year left on their contracts. Now, those teams were able to get a contract extension with those guys. With Soto, I don't think that happens. Regardless, you still make the trade because you still get at least 1 year of Juan Soto. That makes your team a hell of a lot better. The last time we talked about this, we were thinking that Christopher Morel would be like kind of a centerpiece, and then maybe one of the top outfield prospects not named PCA. Probably like Kevin Alcantara.
Or Casey, because they're not trading back for a guy that they traded.
Right, yeah. Kevin made a great point where, they're probably not trading for the guy they traded away 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's not
so it's probably Alcantara is probably like the young guy that the Cubs are willing to give up, and the Padres are like, all right, that's the guy we believe in. Because they're not getting PCA, they're not getting Kate Horton. I'm sorry, Padres fans. That's just how it works. It's not Theo Epstein 2016 anymore. I'm sorry, you guys missed that chance. That was 7 years ago.
And it's also
like the Mets. The Mets are not going to trade for PCA and a Pete Alonso.
Right, for Pete Alonso. Yeah, that one's crazy too. It's changing though now, because I think it was Kevin Acee, Padres beat reporter. I think Bleacher Nation wrote about it on Wednesday.
AC's good, by the way. If you're looking for someone that covers the Padres and the San Diego sports scene,
he's as plugged in as any beat reporter.
He's nails. He's great.
It seems to now, because the Padres still want to compete. They still have like giant contracts. They can't completely blow it up either. Like they still need to compete. So it's not like they're doing full rebuild either. They desperately need pitching though. So it might not be that they target Christopher Morel. It might be that they go for a guy who has had some success already, or maybe one of the guys coming up whether it's a Jordan Wicks, whether maybe they do like Javier Assad, guys who are cheap and can slide into the rotation immediately, plus, an Alcantara type of prospect. But
Yes.
like, I think that's the framework that we're working here. I know everyone's going to be like, "Oh, you're a Cubs fan, like that's nothing." The
yeah.
Padres would say no.
It's
That's
1
just kind
year.
of what these deals have been like, though. Even last year with Matt Olson, that three-team trade, like Matt Olson was like all-star level, MVP level type player,
Mhm.
and like the Oakland A's didn't get like a huge haul for him either.
Well,
Like
yeah, that's
these
Oakland.
trades aren't as crazy as you think about when you think about the star name. And it is
Right.
because of that 1 year, and it's the amount of money. Juan Soto is going to get like $33 million for 1 year of arbitration.
Probably 27.
No, he's getting $33 million just for next season. That's what it's at right now. I think is
Oh,
the estimation.
I saw right now on Spot Track, they estimate 27 mil for his arb.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's gonna break the record.
Which I don't. I mean, and again, as Brett said in the comments, though, he was with the Nationals, and I know they won a World Series, but it was the fucking Nationals. Hi, Feds.
What's Kevin?
What happened there, bud?
Yeah, I had a power surge.
Oh.
So he was with the Nationals, and I know he won a World.
Wait, where are we going here?
And I know he won the World Series with the Nationals, and so he was on a big stage, but it was a Nationals Houston World Series. Like, that wasn't exactly record breaking. And now he's playing in San Diego. And is San Diego a bigger market? Yes. Would you consider San Diego a major market? No. I mean, he had a great season this year, but it's kind of like the Mike Trout, where no one's up at 9:00 at night watching that shit. You know what I mean? Or 2/3 of the country's not up after 8:00 watching Padres games. So you put a guy like Juan Soto in a Chicago where he can. I mean, it's not only just the 1 year deal though; it's the fucking endorsements. It's all this other shit that
It's
can come with it. The
it's
national exposure. Just
it's that it's I know Padres fans when they were rocking and rolling. Kevin, I know you have some friends out there. That stadium does get loud. It gets jumping. They had that in 2022 when they got to the NLCS against the Phillies. When they have been playing good these past few years with their stars. That I being out here in Arizona, the time isn't too crazy, so I do watch some of those games, and they get loud. And this sounds cliche, laugh, but it's different at Wrigley Field. Like you talk to almost every single player for the Cubs that come in from the road, and they all kind of say the same things. Like, it does feel it's a different type of atmosphere. It's a different type of environment when you're playing at Wrigley Field. Some guys are attracted to that, obviously.
Yeah, energy guys too. Energy guys, and you got guys. When you can hear when Wrigley's rocking, you can hear it miles away. That's something that it echoes through the buildings and the streets of Chicago. It's there, and there really isn't. I mean, nothing. Again, no, and this is not a shot at Sox fans or guaranteed rate field either. Because man, when they had that playoff game last year or 2 years ago or whatever, that shit was rocking too. Chicago sports fans, when they're in it, bring an energy, and that's the thing that free agents need to know. And it's, how close are you to that energy? And that's what they look at. And so these guys see this stuff. And of course, who doesn't want to play in a place that, like, if you win a World Series, you should never pay for a drink or a meal ever again, especially a major city. No one gives a shit if you go to Wisconsin and you win, you're going to a fucking like Bob's Cheese Bar or whatever the fuck. But in Chicago, you've got, the first 3-star Michelin star in Chicago, just got it last night. You got some great bars in Chicago. You've got everything you need in Chicago right now. And that sells. Along with, of course, a crazy crowd that's so loud and fans that are passionate that they will stand over a puddle on the street and let you walk on top of them to protect your shoes from getting stains on it if you're that loved and adored.
And again, if you're just joining us right now, Fids is coming to us live from the inside of a potato.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second.
By the way,
talking about that was so fucking weird.
Talking about how great it is, how great players say it is to play at Wrigley Field, be with the Cubs. Cody Bellinger obviously signed that 1 year deal, prove it deal, try to reset his value. He did. Now he's a free agent. He's gonna get a huge payday.
of the
There's
Yankees.
already leaks going out there. It's probably from Scott Boras trying to drive up the price. Be like, hey, he really loves the Cubs. You're gonna have to pay him to get away.
With the
But
terrible
there's stuff
fucking
out there
dad
already,
joke.
by the way, where it's like, hey, this dude loved it there.
Yep.
He wants to go back.
He did, and why wouldn't he? He went and played for a team, had a lot of fun, and made himself a fuck ton of money. He's about to get very paid by some Cubs, Giants, Yankees. I hope that he doesn't go to the Yankees. I don't think it'll
That
work.
would suck. Oh man, if he went to the Yankees, that would suck.
And
in
I
his
mean,
defense-
Boris is
in
out
his-
here making belly jokes. Get the fuck out of
Oh, okay. I do want to go
Oh.
ahead, Kevin, with that. What were you
Well, I
gonna
was
say?
gonna say in Cody's defense, he just came from a place that the fans don't show up till the third inning and they leave in like the seventh. So you really only have 3 hours or 3 innings of like major energy most of the season. Cub fans come early and leave late. That's a huge difference in a fan base too. And Chicago fans in general, we don't like the wave, but we also don't leave early. And sometimes you wear your pain, which is what I love about Chicago fans in general. We'll sit through some bullshit because we have to. Like, it's like watching the Bears. We all know we're in for some pain, but we'll watch it the whole time and wear it. And look at it.
Double me.
Double me. Double me.
That was weird.
Better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Littering
He's back.
and smoking the reefer. All right.
But no, and I understand what you're saying. And just to kind of keep things moving here, though, again, when you're talking about the Soto trade, remember it's 1 year of Juan Soto. Remember to use, and although I couldn't agree more with you, use that Mookie Betts deal. Use that the Lindor deal. Like, those are extremely good benchmarks when you're putting together what a trade for Juan Soto. 1 year. I'm going to keep emphasizing that point. 1 year of Juan Soto looks like. And
I think it cost the Cubs Morel, Ballesteros, and Ferris.
They want MLB ready pitching, so I think
Yeah.
they do get at least one pitcher in return.
so to kind of balance the scales a little bit, let's go down to the south side where things
Just like
aren't
Greg
as
Good.
things aren't as
Balance at 37 in a 3-hour podcast, huh? Is that how we go?
yeah, we'll do a half hour here and then there's more Cub shit to talk about. But things aren't as rosy on the south side. And coming off a 100-loss season or 101-loss season with the new GM, and he wasn't everybody's favorite hire, and he's still, in my mind, he wasn't the right guy to hire, but he's here. And that's what we got to fucking work with. And he got interviewed, and in a very wild way, he straight up said, "I don't like our team." You don't hear GM say that ever.
He didn't even go
And
at the
no.
press conference, but you
And
knew
he
what he was.
he didn't try to walk it back. He didn't. He just straight
You
up
can hear the
said, "I don't-"
gasp from like all the
Yeah.
media. Like,
He's like,
What?
"I don't like our team."
What about Pete Alonso? Oh, wait.
And
He was
so,
so leader.
here's the thing: he shouldn't like this team. This team fucking sucked. They lost 101 games,
Don't like
and
it at all.
then the seems to be kind of the train of thought on Getz is that he got hired right away because he's Jerry's puppet. He's Jerry's yes man. He's Jerry's whatever. Which could still be very true, and it's hard to argue that it's not. But to me, him making the TA decision shows that real change is coming, because that's not a very White Sox move to just let a guy walk like that. Like, I don't know, that still just shows me something. And now I put something out there in the Twitter land, and I was just like, man, some of these White Sox fans, I'm convinced just will always just want to be miserable. Like, that's like their comfort zone. They're used to it. And I get it. And I get it. And I get it. And I'm never once, and I've said this on the show a billion times, I'm not telling anyone how to be a fan, and I'm definitely not telling anybody how to feel. But he does this interview that's refreshing. It's like the anti-Han interview. He didn't give you lawyer speak. He didn't try to fucking sugarcoat shit. He's just like, I hate our team. Our team sucks.
Team sucks.
Everybody's available. You just lost 101 games. You're all on the fucking hot seat, which they should be. They should be. That was that arguably was the worst season in team history. And people are like, "Oh, I don't believe what he's saying." And it's just like, dude, just fucking take a breath and just let the dude work. And if it doesn't work, or if he starts making shitty moves, then you please reg on him. I'll be first in line. But like I said, like I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, and people are jumping down my throat for that. I'm like, what
You
the
know?
fuck, man? Like, why are you even a fan of this team? Like, what's the point at this time? You know what I mean? Like, to
It
me,
is
that
so
makes
Scream, to pound their feet, to stomp in the puddles, to yell and scream into the abyss. That's what it is. They want to
it's
be mad.
that like that's the thing. Like I'll give Sox fans a pass for like the first month here in the off season because
Oh, and I get that too.
like well that's the part that sucks. And I think we talked about it again with Jed Hoyer and even when Rick Hahn was still with the White Sox. Like I mean, it's not like they can't not talk to the media. Like it's not
Right.
like they can go out there and be like, no comment. Bye
Yeah, what are they
guys.
supposed
Like,
to
they
do?
have to
Like,
talk. They have
yeah.
to say something.
It's like when someone asks a player or a GM or whatever a question, and like, I can't believe that son of a bitch said that. What is he supposed to say? He was asked a question. He answered it. What?
And I do agree with you, Zoe.
Solid.
The fans who just go auto, this is like whatever it is bad. Like that's their first instinct. Like yeah,
Well,
you
yes,
just want to be
and that's what I
miserable.
mean.
Being
Trauma.
miserable.
And
Yeah.
then to
Trauma.
this comment too by Ralph, like the White Sox, what can they take for the 10th pick in the draft? For like, I'm just gonna say this for the 100th time: the MLB draft is not like the NFL draft.
Nope.
The best player isn't always first off the board. He's usually not even in the first round. Was Mike Trout drafted first overall? No.
Was Jordan
So-
Love draft? Never mind.
Not
Don't-
even in our fantasy draft, he wasn't.
Yeah,
drafted
like
first.
don't even worry about all that. But I don't know. From where I'm at, and this is again just me, if you want to fucking be mad and whatever, do you, man. I really honestly don't give a fuck. But let the man do some things before I'm gonna fucking exhaust him.
It's the man's
'Cause-
juice.
To tell you the God's truth, it caught me off guard when he just straight up said I hate our team. I was like, excuse me? Like it was awesome. And then he's like, I got a ton of work to do. Good to hear you say that. And then basically when he said everybody's ass is on the line, yes.
He
You
also
just
said,
had the worst season in the fucking history of the franchise. Everyone should be available except for Luis Robert. They're not gonna guys, they're not gonna trade Luis Robert.
he's like, I'm bringing over Soler. I'm bringing over.
So a trade for Luis Robert would be the opposite of what we just talked about with Juan Soto.
Yeah, because he
Because-
actually is still under control for like 3 more
Yeah,
years. Cheap
you don't gotta
control.
pay it. You'll be ready to
He-
go when it's time to ready to go. You're not going to get
Luis Robert's not a UFA until 2028, and he's making 12.5 this year. He's making 15 mil next year, and then he's got 2 club options for 20 mil. That is a fucking steal
steal.
for
In fact, it's kind
an
of fucked up. Give
all-star.
him a bonus. Give him a bonus somewhere in there too. Throw him a bone.
But I'm just saying,
Gift.
the haul for Luis Robert would be ridiculous.
Like his haul would be similar to. I mean, it'd probably be similar to like the Juan Soto from the Nationals to
Yeah.
the Padres,
Yep.
where
I
they
was-
got like 3 top
Jay
100 pitchers.
Abrams. Yeah, you got Abrams, who's a freak, by the way. He's going to have a
Right.
big year next year.
Yeah, he's a player to watch.
By the way,
but
I think so far he did break out in the second half. And you mentioned it earlier, so how the last time we saw a team go super nuts, like in free agency and trades, was the Padres, and it was because they did have a really highly rated farm system.
like
A
the
lot of
Cubs.
those guys have not panned out.
No.
They're home. I still remember from the Yu Darvish trade. I mean, Owen Casey, the Cubs got him early. But like the 3 other guys that they got in that trade, they didn't do much. The
Casey
guys,
was underrated. Casey was underrated in the trade. The big one was what's his name? Christian Hernandez, right? Christian Hernandez.
no, he was
No, he was signed.
international.
He was international. Who was the other kid? Besides Casey, there was the kid.
Well, there's like Jason's Reginald Prasada.
Prasad,
Yeah.
that's the kid. He was the guy they were.
But even besides that, there's like other guys that they traded. They have that one catcher Campusano who hasn't
He's-
really panned out. There's been a
His name?
bunch of guys. One of their
What's-
pitchers,
What's his name? Say it again.
Campusano.
I like how you say that. That's awesome. I like that.
Who else? They have some guys who they had like 7 or 8 top 100 prospects.
Basically, what you're saying is you keep the sure thing under club control.
So wait a second. You're saying that prospects aren't a sure thing, and that you
Mm.
shouldn't bank on prospects, and that a player isn't a pro player till they're a pro player. Man,
And I think that's why the Padres right now are probably like, we'll trade you Juan Soto, but we need at least guys who have been up in the show for a year.
Now,
you bet on exclamation points, not question marks. Period. All day long.
so
But yeah, Luis Robert, don't worry, White Sox fans.
I'm not overly concerned about.
I wouldn't worry about that
Luis
little guy
Robert.
right there.
Now, Dylan Cease is
Nope.
an interesting trade chip because he is ARB2 this year. He'll probably get somewhere around 8 to 9 mil. But then he's ARB3 next year, and he's a free agent in 2026. Down year, but you know what he's capable of. You know what's there. There was flashes of it towards the end of the year. Now that's a very valuable trade piece, especially with the way the market's shaping up for pitching. And then, as we mentioned at the top of the show, the big news, if you will, from the GM meetings is how aggressive people are going after position players in trades, again, because the free agent market sucks. Can I interest you in one Eloy Jimenez? Now, there is the injury history. Okay, I'm aware. But he is a very proven power hitter that is on a club option. In 2024, he bypassed the ARB. He's getting 13 mil. And then he has a club option in 25 and 26 for 16.5 and 25 and 18.5 and 26. Still not terrible with regards to money-wise for what he could do. Now, he's definitely going to a team that's not going to fuck around like the White Sox did. I guarantee you if he gets traded, they're going to sit his ass down and be like, listen, dude, you're a fucking DH.
They're going to sit him down and be like, hey, this is how you stretch before games.
Yeah. You're going to have to
and
actually
watch
stretch.
him until he does it the way they want him to.
But those are legit trade chips. Like, those are things that could definitely happen. And the direction in which Getz and now the new coaching staff has all said they want defensive-minded, athletic guys that can put the ball in play. That seems to be the tagline they're going into this season with. Which,
dude, they're trying. I know you're tired of it, but they're trying to play Royals ball.
I know. Yeah, they're trying to play small ball. They're trying to win games 1-0, 2-0, 2-1,
which
shit like that.
They can do, but man, you have to play like close to perfect at almost every night,
and you have to have the pitching.
That's the thing. You have to have the pitching.
Which you have to,
because you're not winning any slugfest with guys hitting singles. That's what the part that sucks. The White Sox, I think it was last year in 2022. Like, they had guys who were hitting the ball. They led like the American League in batting average, where we're near the top. Like that you just, it's hard to win that way. You need power hitters. You need more Luis Roberts. You need more good players.
You need
not just fucking slapdick guy. You don't need Whit Merrifield.
You need balance.
You don't need another Andrew Benintendi.
I will differ with you on this, Aldo. You don't need all power either. You need balance.
No, I said more.
Yeah, you can't roll in with 6 slappies. You need 6 power guys, maybe 3, maybe 2 slappies. That's what you need.
Slap ass.
Swanson. Like, Samsonite. I was way off.
In their perfect world, like Andrew Benintendi was supposed to be like their Ben Zobrist type of hitter.
Right.
But even Ben Zobrist was an elite on base percentage guy. Benintendi is like barely above league average.
And the thing about that, like, Salvador Perez ain't your power guy. Like, stop with that shit. Mitch isn't here, so I can be realistic.
I forgot when I put that in the chat, the Pedro Gafol with the Salvador Perez frame jersey. I forgot that Mitch is a huge Perez guy.
By the way, per friend of the show, Chase and Shreve, everybody in the offseason, everything for everybody right now this year is adding velocity. Nobody is working on spin rate. They're working on adding velo. So you're going to see a huge jump in velo because if a properly built team is going to have power guys that are susceptible to the hard fastball. So he literally is doing heavy weight work. Everyone's doing heavy weight work. They're trying to add the velo now. So this is a really interesting thing that you're looking at because you can get outs in the modern league if you can throw it past somebody. It's not about fooling someone. A big old strong ass dude can like thumb a ball out into the right field corner with just his wrist flick if you're just throwing 92. So everyone's trying to push that triple digit now. So like you're going to see a bunch of dudes coming up that throw really hard. So the balance is good, but slap hitters, don't hit velo well either. Like it's not like some slap hitters are going to get up there and like manage to manufacture runs against a guy throwing 102. No, you know what's going to happen with the slap hitter that's weak, that can't hit the ball hard with weak forearms. It's going to break his wrists. He's going to lose. He's actually going to hit little pisser like thumbers. They're going to get worse. So the league adding the velocity stuff is going to actually hinder. I mean, it hinders everybody. But wouldn't you rather have a guy that has really strong forearm fibers that can really turn a ball over and still flick his wrist and still hit a baseball hard, even against, because guys, hitting a baseball at the point of contact that's coming at 100 miles an hour isn't just about hand quickness. It's about arm strength, forearm strength. You've got to be able to push that ball the other way, or it's going to push your bat back. Like, so you have to have that strength. And that's why it's really great to, when guys train, they're training against, they get the jugs up. They don't use jugs anymore, but get the old machine up. You throw that, you crank that son of a bitch.
Jugs.
These guys are hitting 100-mile-an-hour fastballs in their cages because
jugs
the only way to stimulate it is to do it. And these guys are doing it, but this is the problem though. Slap hitters, they're going to get beat. Like, with 101 miles an hour, do you really want like a Juan Pierre? No, you don't. And
don't you talk shit about Juan Pierre?
No. But against 101 consistently, Juan Pierre is going to get beat, not because he can't catch up. He's going to get beat because he can't push the baseball out there. He can't get it.
For
out
sure. And I get what you're saying, and I guess I'm more intrigued now than I was a week ago with this White Sox offseason. And before I go any further, shout out to our boy Andy. Super chat, way late to the party, but damn good to see you. It's good to see you too, bud. Glad.
And here's the thing. Okay, I know I just shit on their concept, but teams have done it. They have been successful in this way. But I mean, and somewhat the Cubs were that was their plan heading into 2022. Their offense at the end came out being above it exceeded their expectations. Like they didn't think that some of these guys were going to have as good seasons as they did, but they did. It was just that times there's at the end of the season they just ran out of gas there. Yeah. But they were built on, hey, we don't have a lot of power pitchers in our rotation. We need a great middle infield. So they got Dansby Swanson and then moved Nico Horner to second. They got Cody Bellinger to play center field. And then, Ian Happ was a Gold Glover, and then you can debate if he was a Gold Glover again, but whatever.
He's got the hardware. He's got the hardware.
Hey,
so fuck
I'll say this
all you want.
I'll say this.
Hardware.
So what for -7 runs RAA?
I'll say this. They don't give out it's a Gold Glove, but he had a golden arm. He led NL outfielders in assists.
His -7 RAA.
Hold on, timeout. The Bulls are fucking pulling up from the logo, hitting threes right now.
Fuck that.
Who's doing that?
Don't tell me that. Just wait until the end of the games, though.
They're on a 16-0 run, bud.
Fuck me.
I'm missing. By the way, as much I love this podcast, I'm missing UNLV's home opener tonight at Thomas and Mac, and they're going to be good this year.
I was going to say, are they going to be good this year?
Kevin Kruger's got this shit locked down.
UNLV.
The transfer portal has UNLV.
Hold on, because this is funny. I want $40 million a year. Pat Williams just got stuffed at the rim trying to dunk the ball. That guy sucks. Sorry. It's 92-91 Bulls, although with 10 minutes.
I know. I'm looking at. All right, turn the game off. We need good vibes. Sports all the time. But I was gonna say, teams have done it. The Cubs. I mean, their main thing was like we're gonna have a strong defense because we're contact-oriented pitchers. We need a good defense, so you can get it done. You can. The White Sox, they need to acquire those guys. They don't have those guys yet. And obviously that's the big question.
Like Drew said here in the comments, like when I was talking about trading Dylan Cease, you can't trade him. The White Sox need starting pitching. I mean,
if you can get 2 threes for 1-1, hey, that's a win. Yeah,
and my hope is the starting pitching comes in an Eloy deal.
Colson Montgomery can pitch too.
Colson Montgomery isn't even ready to play infield right now.
I know. Well,
and an Eloy deal or
2025. Let's go.
Or maybe a Vaughn deal.
Oh, I was literally looking up.
Would you trade Colson for Vaughn? Would you trade Colson Montgomery for Vaughn or for Alonso? Excuse me.
For Pete Alonso
for 1 year? No. What do you? No.
Just asking. No, but if you could,
okay, Andrew Vaughn. I didn't realize he's already R1 this year. He's going to get $4 million, probably $4 or $5 million. So
Yeah, he
he's
has 3
a
more
free
years.
agent in 27. Yeah, and I mean,
he's a good
He's cheap.
sell.
He's gonna be cheap.
He'll go rig
Yeah.
somewhere else.
I mean,
Vaughn for Alonso.
that's why.
Old version versus the new version.
Oh, that's not even close. Are you kidding me?
I'm been calling Vaughn
The White Sox should do that.
Right
Vaughn-
now, there's currently two things
Alonso.
that live
power.
in my head. One is Bowser going peaches, 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 peaches in the Mario movie because my kid watches it nonstop.
That's a
And
good
two,
one to have on constantly, though, bro.
oh, it's not a bad movie actually. And two, is Beefloaf saying the White Sox are going to be very busy this offseason, but it's going to be mid. And that's just how I still see it going down. I see it just the White Sox are going to make moves. There's not going to be a move being made where it's like Ohtani, where you're like, holy fuck, yes, here we go. The White Sox will probably not even make a move that requires us to jump on and do like a special show.
I'll ask you this: free agency wise, do you think we're gonna get copyrighted?
Copyrighted. We tuned it up.
Just nonstop in my head. Peaches.
Do you think the White Sox sign a free agent to longer than a 3-year deal?
Probably not. Well, Getz did say we're going to look at what's good for the short term and what's good for the long term. And when he says that, to me, that just means prospects.
Because I was gonna say, hey, it's top heavy, but the free agent class is loaded with pitchers, starting pitchers. The MLB trade rumors we can get to a little later on some of their crazy. They had crazy predictions.
Yeah,
but they did predict. I think it was Eduardo Rodriguez to the White Sox, 4 years, like 82 million, something like that.
which is fine. I mean,
we jumped on emergency podcast for that move.
I know.
That'd be the largest free agent contract.
Yeah,
Jed won't show you the knife, Cub Zone. Sorry, but I had to just enter.
But
he won't even show you.
I'll put the over/under on not Wednesday shows we jump on to do for the White Sox this offseason at 1.
Really?
It could be a push.
That's 1.
I say 3.
Trade Eloy's 1. All right, that's fair. So I'll put it at 2.5. Because if they trade Cease and Eloy, that's Cease a show.
Yeah.
Yep.
If they
package deal though cuts it down, so you might.
They do it on a Wednesday right before we come on.
They get it. They got them as a package. They're gonna deal it as a package.
Just like Giolito and Lopez, they just keep going to the same teams over and over again.
Which is weird. I honestly forgot that Raylo was on the fucking Guardians.
Let's say they trade Eloy, that's 1 emergency show. They trade Cease, that's 2. They sign someone to a $70 million deal. That'd be another one.
Easy peasy. Yeah, we're gonna hit the 3. We'll have 3 between now and March.
Like they need to sign a starting pitcher. Like they're not gonna get 3 guys, I don't think, in to slide into the rotation via trade.
They could sign me to go peaches every night. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be the offseason of mid is exactly what Beefloaf called it, and I'm just sticking with that. And they need they need a closer, they need a second baseman. All right. I did verbally laugh out loud when I forgot the beat writer. I think it was Vinny from CHGO that was like, and Chris Getz did say that they're aware that they need to address second base and right field. I was like, no shit. Welcome to the last 10 years of White Sox baseball, you fucking moron. But hey, what's up, Jack? Yeah, but we are at the hour mark. So I do want to use this time to talk about the off-season contest that we are going to run here. Now, this is the brainchild of Aldo. So I'm going to kind of give you an overview, but I'm going to let Aldo get into the details. So we talk a lot on the show about free agents, where we think they're going to go and how much they're going to get. So we want to get people involved. So we're going to put up a $50 Amazon gift card, and we will give you the link to the Google Sheet and we'll have the top. What is it all though?
Top 20. We're using
Top 20
MLB
free-
Trade Rumors top 20 list.
Yep.
Or that's their top 50, but we're only going to do the top 20.
We're gonna do the top 20, and you're gonna just pick what team you think they're gonna go to and the dollar amount. And there's a point system and everything. Now, I do realize that some of the bigger media outlets do this, but what do you got a better shot at winning? When you're one in a couple thousand, or when you're one of the couple hundred loyal listeners that we have? So it'll be fun. We'll update the scoreboard as signings are announced. So, we'll give you shout outs on the show and shit. And then the winner at the end again gets a $50 Amazon gift card and bragging rights for the whole year. So Aldo, break it down for the folks.
Yep. So basically, like you said, basic outline here, top 20 free agents. You can actually see and enter the contest right now. It is, I just sent it in the chat. It is live. Bang. There it is. It's in the chat on Facebook and on YouTube. We will be posting it on other social media as well. All you have to do, just give the team how many years you think they're going to sign for and the total money you think they're going to get. You get 7 points for each correct team per free agent, 5 points if you get the exact contract value. And then you get one.
Let me chime in there because this is the rule. If somebody signs for 3 years, $27.48 million, and you put 27, you got it right.
You got it right. We'll give you the full.
Do we round up or do we round down?
Either way. Thing. And then you get you'll get one more point if you're within 5 million either way.
Okay.
Because believe it or not, that shit's a lot harder than you think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Someone acts like some asshole gets like a 0.6 salary. You dick.
Yeah.
Screws everybody over.
And I will say this: if it's like Cody Bellinger, for example, he said we need to figure this part out too. I forgot to mention it before. So Cody Bellinger signed with the Cubs. It was 2 years. No, he signed 1 year, $12.5 million, and then had a $5 million buyout. So his guaranteed was 17.5. What would we do in that scenario?
So give me someone's guess.
So they guess Tim Anderson 2 years, $20 million, but it's only 1 year with an opt out.
So is not aware
we're going total potential value. Just go.
So totals, all right. So no matter
total
cool.
potential value, make it nice and easy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's that one entry per person.
Yes.
Again, make sure to give us the team you think they're going to go to, how many years, and the total money.
There is a caveat. You cannot win this contest unless you can show us. Like if you win, we're like, hey, congrats, you win. You need to show us that you follow the YouTube page.
Something. Either you subscribe to us
page.
On YouTube, you follow us on Twitter.
You can't do it after you won.
No, we got timestamps on that.
You got timestamps.
You leave a review on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, something.
Something. You got to give us some love for it.
Yeah, gotta let us know.
You can edit your entry until the the submissions end. Only one per person. The
Deadline.
Submissions end until someone in the top 20 signs.
One per person or one per email?
Well, I guess it would be one per
Missy
email.
has 17 emails.
Burners are encouraged.
That is a loophole if you have the burners.
But that burner better be following us.
Because my dad's going to do it.
Yeah.
You're going to get an AOL account.
Because these are through Google, so you have to sign in through your account. So you better be subscribed to us on YouTube as well.
Yep. So
I'm going to share with my classroom. We're all on Google Docs.
That's that. We will.
And by the way, if people get weirded out that we're asking for an email, it's that would just be the easiest way to announce the winner. Just
and
for
me
you might get nudie pics of Mick.
Yeah, Mitch and nudie pics. That's probably gonna.
I'll just sneaky put the thing on live so we can record before because he changes before we jump on all the time.
Yeah,
so
always.
I'll sneaky put it on there. And
we do have footage of him accidentally forgetting to turn off his camera when he was changing mid.
Dude, he Kim Basinger's once. He had short shorts on, and
he gave us the Sharon Stone.
See that guy's balls? They were weird. Yeah, Sharon Stone. That's what I was trying to say. Sharon Stone. He did the leg cross, and
slander Kim Basinger and her beautiful
his
eyes.
Jack, we do accept mail-in ballots, just from you, though.
Only if it's delivered by hand with those calves.
You're the only guy we will accept that. But we will pin.
Never
We'll
mind.
pin the link to the top of the Twitter account at Pinwheels Ivy Pod, so it's easy to find. Feel free to show us a follow there as well. But it's just a fun way to get a little bit interactive. You know, I know other people do it and everything, but we want to do it too. And
Oh, where did you go? Like put your head in like a toilet? That was weird. You had
No.
the potato voice. That was cool.
but yeah,
Kind of cool.
oh shit, what up, Noah? I'll get this comment gets bumped up right away. Noah said, "Hello, you guys are my favorites. I appreciate you guys so much." Fucking right, Noah.
There you go,
Venmo.
Noah.
Love, dude.
Venmo you later, Noah. Venmo you
Yeah.
later.
You know.
Thanks.
Yeah, Noah, we'll send the Venmo later.
Noah's one of my students.
One
Just
second.
tweet
though, I
it
gotta
out.
check
It's on our
something.
Twitter. It's also on our chat. If you go back in the chat.
Oh,
By the
who's-
way,
he's so talking right now. He's actually talking, but we can't see. Can someone read those lips? We got to go back and do a bad lip reading for whatever he just did because that was awesome. We couldn't hear him.
And we are knuckles deep into potty training, and I think Lil Man just made the magic happen. So we're pumped right now.
You're doing that, and I got old man. My dog now, like literally goes to bed at night, and I think he thinks he's farting, and he drops just like tiny little, just a
I
nug.
do not even want to get started about dog farts, bro.
Poor little guy. Poor little guy. No, he's just dropping little nuggets, like he like a little turd. He drops it on the floor. I'm like, oh, buddy.
Noah, I still love you, bud. We do appreciate you watching the show.
He's almost 15.
Yep, that's right.
But yeah, peaches. Oh, sorry.
So let me help you. Let me get this out of your head. All right, we're gonna get peaches out of your head. Ready?
I'm just kidding. Anywhere else
Oh, Fitz. I actually
I love
watched
that
it.
movie. I'm sorry. I love that movie. I
It's
think
not bad. I
fucking hilarious.
100% went into watching the Barbie movie
Angry.
thinking it was gonna suck, and I was like, Fitz is gonna waste my time. But Fitz kept talking about it, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch it.
I've
I've watched it 3 times.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't know what it is. It's not. Have you seen it all though?
I have not.
I see every person that says they haven't seen Barbie, and they're like, I'm
yeah.
fucking watching Barbie, and they're like, holy shit! I have my buddy Michael. Perfect example. He's like his fiance made him go out and buy or get it at fucking like a Red Box. So he's like, my PlayStation just had to update to fucking DVDs. I'm like,
It's on Prime Video now. You can rent it and shit. It's not a bad movie.
Well, I'll say
fucking hilarious.
it's not that I don't want to watch it. I'll just watch it until like it's already on something that I pay for.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But Ryan
that's
Gosling is absolutely the fight. Jack says it. The fight sequence in that movie is incredible on the beach.
Beat you so hard.
I'm gonna beat you off. I'm gonna beat you off.
I'm gonna beat you off.
It's so funny.
Speaking of movies, by the way, Strike over. Whoop, whoop.
Yep, tonight
Yes.
got it done. We also have tomorrow night. We have the Marvels and the end of the Loki TV show or the season back to back. They had the world premiere.
Good fucking job on the Loki show,
Dude. It's incredible. And last night, I didn't know this. This slipped by me, dude. I actually felt terrible. They had the world premiere red carpet here in Vegas for the Marvels, and they put the cat. They put the cat in the sphere. So the sphere had the cat, and they shot out the filled up the sphere. It was incredible, and they were like they were at the Eclipse, I think, which is a small theater, but they were like on the roof. So they made this whole red carpet because the link was on the left, the sphere was on the right, so they were East Las Vegas. I know where they're at.
Rent the damn movie all over from the homie Baloney.
Dude, Ryan Gosling, by the way, he has another one coming out called The Fall Guy, which
Lona,
is
you should know I'm Mexican. I'm financially responsible.
true.
That's
true.
one way to say it.
I only spend my beer on. I only spend my money on beer. I literally said I only spend my beer on money.
Yes, you can trade.
And all those drugs.
Gosling has the Fall Guy. He's doing remember the Fall Guy from back? Well, although you weren't born yet, but so you remember the Fall Guy, right? Back in the day, he's got his own now.
Fall Guy.
Gosling is the Fall Guy now. So he's got him in what's her name? The British. She was Mary Poppins. Smoke show. She's also in the Quiet movie where you can't talk and the aliens will eat you.
John Krasinski's wife, Emily Blunt.
Tell.
Emily Blunt. Him and Emily Blunt.
I'm always wrong. I'm terrible with this shit.
It looks exceptional. Today they dropped the trailer for the new Ghostbusters movie, which is awesome. Looks awesome. and it looks like the whole cast is back. They didn't even like.
Anytime I hear Emily Blunt, I just you're beautiful.
Do you know who
Yeah.
they didn't show in the Ghostbusters trailer though? Who will be in the next one?
Slimer.
Rick Moranis.
Oh,
Wait for it.
I want
Call
some Ecto Cooler and vodka.
But I do think that the Marvels movie is going to drop the first X-Men into the universe. I've been doing this for like 3 weeks.
No, I'm a big Marvel guy. That's been known for a long time. They've been dropping hints about that for a while.
Yeah, but we haven't known where they're going to drop them. Like this one, the trailer even has like they said what comes next, and the letters disappear, and then the X stays. And then if you watch the last trailer, there's at the end where she says they're here, and someone walks by and they have a really dark skinned hand. And then if you look on the monitor in the background, in the bottom right hand corner, there's an X. The X-Men logo is in the bottom right hand corner.
When
So
I'm not being,
or it's going to be Fantastic Four.
when I'm not being not funny on Twitter, I'm usually in a Marvel Reddit or some shit like that.
God, this shit's. I'm stoked. It got bad reviews for the movie, which is fine. I'll just get really stoned and enjoy
Yeah,
it.
and the
Those
pre-sales
are all
were really
the fucking
bad.
loser guys who hate.
No, but because Captain Marvel got unnecessarily high reviews for the same reason, because it was an all-female everything. And yes, and I have a friend that actually did score 2 different scenes in the movie, and he was actually, well, I guess I'm ruining this, but he was told he can't tell anybody in public that he actually scored the 2 scenes. The one where she's trying to rewind everything, and then the big one where she stands up at the end, where she like shows like the highlights of hers like all over the course of her life. He actually scored those. He showed me the stuff in his living room. He has this really cool like recording studio, but this film, if it gets bad reviews, I feel like it's actually going to be good. Like, I'm sorry, it feels like it probably doesn't try to be.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on. Fuck that.
Yo!
Straight from Dirty Mike and the Boys in the Prius. Big day journalist Mitch. Enjoying the show.
I'm just a kid where I see love.
Mitch. What? Catch me
Wait.
up. What are you talking about?
All right, so turn his music up. God damn it. Hold on. How do I get it back to the 4 people
I have no idea.
layout? Shit. I think I fucked it up.
There you go.
There we go. All right.
I'm ready to talk.
Control.
I've been talking about Columbia roll carts all day. It's brutal. So
And for the record, Missy, I said I'm not funny on Twitter.
By the way, Mitch, first.
What are we talking about? Oh yeah, Mitch. Week 3 of Missy asking you for an OnlyFans or a calendar. Also, we talked about the Cubs possibly being an Ohtani, what a Juan Soto trade would look like. Chris Getz hating his own team.
Any
They're
thoughts
not
on
gonna-
Chris Getz comments, Mitch?
I tweeted it out too. I liked what he said, but I kind of fell for it with Pedro Grifol because I liked a lot what he was saying and like guys were saying when he first got introduced. So I am tempering my expectations. I was not happy when he first got hired, but we're giving him the benefit of the doubt. It's the same thing here. I was happy with what he said, but we're not gonna. I'm done overreacting to what White Sox guys say, like until they can prove us otherwise. Because actions.
And then
words.
I totally talked really super high about Salvador Perez.
It was very high. Very high.
And we talked about the concerns. Oh, I would like to hear your opinion on this. It seems to be the new battle cry of Getz and the new coaching staff about building a team of athletic defensive guys who put the ball in play, aka small ball. Gonna win games 1 or 2-0.
Was that an eye roll?
The small ball thing's a little concerning because you look at the trend of baseball. The teams that are usually winning the World Series are at least in the top 10 in home runs, especially when you're in a hitter-friendly park. Kind of a confusing strategy. I'm all for improving the defense. I was writing an article about that today, just like how bad the defense has been. And it makes sense when you're listening to Getz's comments why he'd want to get rid of a guy like Tim Anderson.
Only one way to go.
And I think, too, people were overreacting to the, like, oh, we're going to move Yohan Moncada around. I think he was more
we
used
didn't even talk
an
about that.
example is like, hey, if improving our defense means we got to put him at second base to keep him healthier or it's going to make the team better, so be it. If, like, it means moving to the outfield, so be it. That's how I interpreted that. But I agree with half of it. I'm fine with getting more athletic. I'm fine with improving defensively, especially with how bad that starting rotation is probably going to be next year. And you got a lot of young arms. Help them out as much as possible. But the small ball philosophy, I mean, we saw how it worked with Frank Menachino with the singles.
Right.
quotes.
Yeah, fuck the home run, and they did.
Also, yeah.
Balance.
Also, I'm glad you brought that up because there was a lot of dumb that came out after he said that. But the Moncada comment, all he was saying was, "We're going to do whatever the fuck we need to do to win."
Exactly.
He wasn't. Yeah, that's all. Moncada's not going to play the outfield. Fucking calm your tits. He's not playing in the outfield. Fuck.
Flash forward, opening day, Yohan Moncada, starting right fielder.
Starting right fielder. Yes.
Great commercial, Ian. One of the greatest baseball commercials ever made. And I
Oh,
will
well, Mitch, now that you're
challenge
here,
anybody on that one.
now that you're here, we can hit on this White Sox topic. So, they let go of TA. New rumor, hot on the streets from Sox Machine. Paul
streets.
DeJong.
Them streets.
Thoughts?
I will be so pissed if they sign Paul DeJong. I said this on the Cubs podcast the other day. It would make me sick. Like,
No.
I'm starting to come around to like the Tim Anderson thing. I still don't agree with it, but like I can see why they did it. But if they sign Paul DeJong, that's like undoing any goodwill you had with me.
At least he plays defense.
But there's a reason that he was traded for, and the team that traded for him cut him before the end of the season. He can't
Oh,
hit.
he was bad.
Eric
He was
Hosmer?
bad.
I will, yeah.
Jay Mancini? Yep.
No one traded for either of those guys.
No, they just cut him.
They
They just cut him. How about that? Jed did do that, so we'll talk about that another time.
Paul DeJong, though, come on.
If you're going to settle for a bad veteran shortstop to spring TA, back on a cheaper deal.
Now put him at second base, let him excel, and then Elvis can take over.
Can I stomach another year of Elvis?
I don't know. Can you? I don't know. Or can you? Who else is out there? What do you got? What are your
By
other?
the way, Mitch,
They all stink, like Connor Falefa. I mean, like,
Are there any
He's
like
terrible.
212 hitting shortstops? Because that's what basically. Who
was
can hit
gonna
more
say-
than 5 home runs?
he hit 243 in his day.
Who can hit more than 5 home runs in 2024 and they can pass Tim Anderson?
Well, we're a small ball team now, so TA also no home runs kind of fits that, talk.
Well, did you see the Yankees are a
Not a
small ball
point
team
there.
now? Yankees are a small ball team.
Yeah,
the
it's gonna
Yankees
go-
are.
The Yankees
I
should
don't know
never
what the
be a
Yankees are
small
doing.
ball team. They have a
Oh.
little league fence in right field. They should never be a small ball team.
I did want to give you guys a point for Mitch and then other guys who were on the side of they should have kept TA. I think it was Tim Britton in the Athletic that he did his predictions, some of the contract predictions. His were actually more in depth. It was more than this is what I think these teams are interested. He compared it with what's up, Kevin?
Sources from John Morosi, right-handed pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto's posting window will open soon within the next week. Once the Oryx
Better get
Buffalo
them
formally
entries in.
post him for MLB
45
clubs,
days.
45-day window to negotiate with his representative and agree on a contract.
So he'll be signed before New Year's. All right.
Yep, before Christmas.
Love
Get
it.
those entries in. Get those
All right.
entries in.
So I do in that article from Britain, he did write that TA a comparable contract is Didi Gregorius, who also had a sucky season, but then he signed a 1-year, $14 million deal.
Ain't nobody
so-
giving Tim Anderson $14 million. I will bet on that.
It's no elevated market, dude. Average players get that.
But it was like a similar thing. It's like guy who was good in the past.
Oh no,
had a
my
shitty
finger slipped.
season,
TA
and then
has
he's
been bad for
got a
2 years.
1-year deal now, prove it deal.
He doesn't.
All right,
he's
3
not
years,
healthy.
a year and a half, if we're being fair here. He still hit 300 that year. He was bad. Like, I know he's been shitty defensively too, but let's not act like he didn't hit 300 that 1 year he was bad. So, but
I'm
point
sorry.
taken.
Oh,
We had this argument already. Like, I get it. Like I said, this is solid.
I keep trying to take this off the screen, Mitch. It won't. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
It's glitching. YouTube's glitching.
You're gonna push me into
Yeah.
Cubs fandom, and then it's just gonna be 3 of us.
Ooh.
Whoa.
That'd be
All this
funny.
jackassery on the south side.
North side,
would-
man.
I love that. I love that.
That'll never
Jackassery.
I would pay someone to go through all of the footage of the year you've been on the show, just talking shit about the Cubs, and make me a collage.
Mitch, how many?
A super cut. A super cut of Mitch hating the Cubs.
I'll see how Friday goes. I got a day off. It's a national holiday, so.
Mitch, how many Cubs games are you watching if they sign Ohtani?
Ooh.
I don't know. It depends what time the Sox are playing, if we're being honest. Probably like
No,
the
wait.
6th year they play the Sox. And
How
then-
many
Real
Cubs
quick,
games
hold on,
in
hold on,
St.
hold on.
Louis are you going to if the
No,
Cubs sign
okay.
Ohtani?
If they sign Ohtani, I would make that would be I would go as many times as I could when they come to St.
Clip
Louis. I
this,
wanted to
send
see
it
them
to
in
Tom
Chicago.
Ricketts. We got a guy in the middle of Missouri who would go to watch Ohtani in St. Louis.
But hold on, Mitch, crack down the window a little bit, let that cold air in, and then pull your seat back a little bit.
You're not
And
seeing
then-
the glass cutters,
And
that's
then arch your back and purse your lips. Let's go. All right, that's for Missy. Sorry about that.
Paid a lot of money for that.
Yeah,
How
she
many
did. She dropped
people-
$5, and that
How
is a
many people
lot
do
for
you
his
think would
Gen's ear at a bar.
it's going to have to be a high amount of consecutive weeks. But what do you think would be a fair number to make
For you to do a podcast without a shirt on?
Okay, maybe we could do that too. If it gets to a high number, it have to
Are
be a
you
high
asking? Dude, I swear to God, Tim Anderson is going to go test the market, and if it's not the White Sox, someone's going to sign him between $5 and $7 million.
That's fine.
I would
I'm
put
fine
my
with
guess like at 8 million. Like
Just 'cause
1
I said
year,
5 to
8
7.
million.
Okay, well, to Ian's point, like I would have been fine if they were gonna decline that option anyway. I would have been fine if they traded him last year.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, he was about as much as I am worth in the trade. market,
Bruce
but-
Levine brought it up, and I know old man Bruce, but
I said
TA did kind of leave the door open. He said if
He did
his
say
time
if.
in Chicago is
He
done,
did. That was a big if.
It
Big
was-
if.
does he come back to play second base?
Maybe,
Huh?
maybe.
That's a big if because you know that statement was read and reread about 50 times before that went live,
They practiced it in front of the mirror 100%.
and that
And it's
if
so
was not mistaken.
It's like the
Mitch,
No,
I
both
keep
of them
thinking
said that. Mitch
might-
also said he was not opposed to bringing him back. Both sides left the door open. I don't think it's gonna
just
happen.
not for
But
$14 million. I've been saying that this whole time. I have nothing against TA, but I'm not giving him $14 million.
ooh.
I can't. I got another show. I can't be. It's not a
Right.
swinger joint over here. It's a professional news station we got going. Baloney.
But no,
Do
you
it
know how
live
much-
on air, Mitch. Do it in
Do you
front
know how
of the
much?
TV.
Tell us you're just casual, but you like to party.
Do you know how much FCC complaints Mitch would get in Central Missouri for unbuttoning his top button?
No, do something weird though with your shirt. Like pop your collar, but not like up, but like just enough where
one
it's
side of it.
middle one. Do a
no,
middle
no,
one.
but no, not something that looks like fashionably like incorrect, but just like that little tip of the left collar.
Just a
twist
tip.
it. Just a tip. Just twist it up so like we can see it facing upward,
Do
but
it.
the rest of it is nice and pressed downward.
Do a
Little-
Janet Jackson,
that
Justin
little-
Timberlake thing.
Or
Do a
shave
nip-
one eyebrow.
That's true.
No
It is a boring story tonight. We could use the ratings boost. That might.
No
help.
shirt, keep the tie. Like maybe there's like something that has heavy suction and it grabs your shirt, and just sucks the shirt out.
I love that you're doing this between stand-ups. Like you're literally doing live television, and then you're coming back to us being dumbasses, and then you have to actually be professional in
I
front
know.
of
People watch me.
with an audience of 12s with Missourians, and it's
Yep.
great. Like
It's such a weird thing. Like I'll be sitting here, or like even if I'm like, I'll just be like, say like something stupid, and then like I'll be thinking to myself, like, man, like hundreds of people are watching me like talk nonsense on the news and be like, oh yeah, that's news. This is important info. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
This is important information from the guy who does the NASCAR minute.
Yeah.
to answer Mrs. question, why not both?
Why does Alex Caruso not want me to make money?
You know what? New challenge. You know how like there's some weather guys who will like mix in references to like specific songs or something. We need to come up with something for Mitch. Like one of his reports, he needs to drop like 5 mentions of like NASCAR related things.
Only old people know this. Only old people know this. Incredible.
Read it for the podcast listeners, Kevin. Read it for the
Sorry, I think Mitch should put a clothes hanger in his tie so he can do the old walking against the hard wind bit. That's incredible because it makes it. Sorry.
Try to get the
Ian is an old sage soul of humor.
work in the introduction to International Players Ball from Outcast in
On
your
MTV,
report.
with, right
Just
after.
say all you have to say is like, and you know I got your back like Conor Frack. Like you just something like that. There you go.
I already wrote my script for tonight, but for a future story, I will.
for a future one. Yeah, like one next week.
Can you read? Hold on. Can you read your script for tonight for us? Can you practice on us? Can we give you
No,
some
I
notes?
already did a show. I don't need
He
it.
did. He's,
No,
No,
you
it's
can
not-
watch
it's
the
not-
10 if you want.
So you don't. So you're done now. You have. So you don't have to do a follow up. No follow up stand up. You're good.
Hey,
Oh, I
no
got another one
freebies,
at the 10.
Fitz. No
what's
freebies.
your
People need to
transcript?
go and find. People
yeah,
need to
give
go
him the
and watch
rating
it.
point, Kevin.
I
Yeah,
want the
people got to go and
transcript.
watch
Just
it.
give it to you guys for free. You got to tune in. You got to
But
tune in.
what's
Yeah,
your,
yeah,
what's
tune
your
in.
10 script? What's your 10 script? Is it the same?
It's
Do you
the
have
same.
breaking-
Tune in.
It's literally
Oh,
the
Tune
same.
in.
Nothing
Why are
has
the
changed.
Bulls trying? At least it's over.
I
I don't
had-
know.
I'm a professional.
me
If I had
off.
prep work to do, I wouldn't be. I would.
I want to give you notes. I want to give you notes on so that the 10 o'clock is better than the 9 o'clock. That's isn't that the key? Isn't that the goal?
Tip
This
your
is-
waitress.
This is true.
Maybe we can all give you notes as a family.
That's right.
Just don't do your stand up. Don't give the sign off. Don't just the rest of it.
Work in like 5 NASCAR references.
Do you have a cool sign off? Or are you like
No, pretend like
I'm
you're like
Mitch,
left eye
I'm
is
Mitch,
twitching.
and that's fucking news. Or like,
No, so one time it's actually funny you say
No,
that.
you gotta
They
do the
make
stand
us-
up
they-
correct.
You always have to say like reporting
So
live
then-
in wherever location, Mitchell Kaminsky, ABC 17 News. Because
Yeah.
one time I did it, we were doing a story on recycling, and they made me do it like outside like a recycling dumpster. And so my tagline was like reporting live in front of a bunch of other people's discarded cans. Mitchell Kaminsky, ABC 17 News.
see,
They
I
did
would have
not
liked
like
that
that at all. They were not happy.
There it is, right there.
That was awesome.
My favorite thing with my students, because they do broadcast, obviously, is their stand up, and I'm like, you have to finish with this, and so it's like, this has been blankety blank, SBN News, Las Vegas, and that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter if you're in front of a dumpster. It doesn't matter if there's a nuclear bomb like exploding behind you. You read the last part of that stand up and the sign off or whatever, and you have to. It's the brand. But
God
Now,
damn it, guys! You know we'll
question
read
for you
everything
is-
you put on that teleprompter.
exactly. And can you do it by once during your stand up, blink an eye like it's like you got a twitch, but it's not a twitch. It's a
Like
fake
Katy
twitch.
Perry.
Like
Look it up. Katy Perry eye twitch.
do a quick like Sylvester Stallone like twitch.
Contest update. We have 3 new submissions. All right,
Scary.
let's keep
There
them
you go.
coming.
Keep them going. Keep them going. Do it like the dad from the Friday movie.
The nice part about
Barbecue.
Oh my god.
And that's Mitz. He got
sure about that. He's got
there.
that's all right.
Yeah.
He took his helmet off.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
But Mitch, before you go back to your real Big J Journal job, any other tidbits from what gets said or what you've heard about the White Sox? What do you feel about Grady Sizemore or getting the Angels sloppy seconds?
So the
for
only thing
coaches?
the only thing
Mm-hmm.
that concerns me with the Angels one, specifically Thames. Is it Thames? Is that how they pronounce
Yep.
Is it the
It is
river?
now.
I mean, it's not like a huge deal, I guess, in hindsight, but it was kind of telling that he's been on 3 coaching staffs the last 3 years. His managers got fired the last 3 years he was on their staff. But I will say for him, and now some of this, I mean, it's not all on the hitting
It's a
coach.
great sign. You want Pedro out of there.
Say, you know what that means? That means that he has a good reputation amongst the coaches.
Coach
But he
Kill.
doesn't
This is a coach Kill. This is who you want. You want to change?
But he doesn't have any like numbers to like show production. But everybody loves him. So like, hey, hire this dude. He's a
But
good.
Wait,
I will say this for his previous teams that he's
Oh, yeah,
been on
teams.
with the Yankees. They were top 10 in home runs while they were there, and they also had very good slugging percentage that improved. while he
They're
was
a small ball
top,
team.
They're top 10 like all 3 years he was there. With the Angels, they also improved in home runs, slugging percentage, on base percentage. Their strikeout rate went down and their walk rate went up. Now, some of that's on the players, obviously, but that was also an encouraging sign because that's kind of what this team needed. So I was fine with that. Sizemore, it's another one where it's like they were kind of doing it by committee as far as the base running and outfield coaching went because they had Debo doing the base running coaching, or Montoya was doing the base running coaching. Debo was in the outfield coaching.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they got a former player who is a good former player. Like the name carries some respect. You know, Grady Sizemore, you're going to listen to him. Multi-time All-Star, knows what he's doing. I'm glad they designated the guy there, and I'm glad
And he's younger.
Yeah, exactly. So,
And here's this thing too, Sizemore especially. If you know and you've watched him play, like the only question mark with him as a player is can he verbalize? Can he? And we talked about this on Monday night too. Can you actually? You know what you're supposed to do, but can you verbalize it
right.
to the players? Can you actually translate it to the next generation of players? And that's the thing. Sizemore, if he can translate his game and just holy crap, you've got a fundamentally sound team. Dude was always nails. So that's the best part of it is it's communication. Can he communicate that? All of it. Can he teach the game?
Well,
Yeah,
my
I
biggest
also
thing is
Sorry.
go ahead. No,
Well, I
you're
also
on
like the
limited
fact-
time. Go ahead.
I also like the fact with him that he has played at guaranteed rate field before, and a lot of these ballparks they've been in, which I do think kind of helps. That's going to help translate a lot better with the coaching,
Mhm.
of people, not necessarily was the case. But
He knows the
So my
gaps.
thing-
He knows
My thing with
the
Grady
vulnerability.
Sizemore is
Gaps.
one, he's younger, so he can relate a little bit more to these guys.
Mitch
Mitch,
knows
I
the
think
gaps.
that's a fantastic point that he actually knows these new ballparks, like he knows how to play them. I think Luis Robert's going to benefit the most
I can't have
from it because
it's a box.
Grady Sizemore could definitely teach him a thing or two about base running, sliding. Maybe it won't look like his leg's going to snap off. Oh man, Fizz's camera fucked up. Again.
What the fuck?
Uh,
I'm like, hello.
but
Come with me.
dude, Alex Caruso owes me money.
No.
Alex
don't tell
Caruso
me.
owes me money.
Like the
But,
real guy, like the real?
Yeah, because the Bulls have no business beating the Suns, and it's just they
Oh,
wouldn't be
yeah.
if it wasn't for Caruso.
Right. Works.
Yeah, I know, although, and it's all Caruso too. He's
I
playing,
mean,
he's
I knew it
shutting
the
down Kevin
second.
Durant, and he's just hitting threes. And it's
I knew it
annoying
the
as fuck.
second that you asked. When you asked Zoe, I had already
Mhm.
made the bet like 20 minutes before. I knew it. Because I looked at it too. I'm like, why the fuck are the Suns only favored by a point? I felt I ate the cheese. I went for the cheese. It was a trap.
anytime you see a line like that, it's usually too good to be true.
It was a trap. I knew it.
But yes, Grady Sizemore. I just want him to teach Luis Robert how to slide. I think he'll be a better
your butt.
base running coach.
On your butt.
And then I
Luis
also think
Robert should never not slide on his butt
if
for the rest of his
for
career.
some-
Ass slide.
if for
please.
some reason Aloy is still on his team at opening day, he will benefit a lot from Grady
Ass
Sizemore being able to teach him how to play the outfield.
Also needs
Oscar
to-
Colas, who it was very refreshing to hear Gets say needs to keep his ass in AAA. It'll be nice. Gets
Bold prediction time. I don't think Oscar Colas plays for the White Sox again.
Nope.
I think
Maybe.
I agree. I think
Nope.
I agree.
Yeah,
because
I mean, I would be surprised.
Gets, and he's not a kid. He's older than Juan Soto.
He's like 25 already.
Yep.
Ugh.
Oh, and I wanted to bring this. I've been looking for this. Beef Loaf put it up. So they announced their full staff. Grady Sizemore's title is Major League Coach.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I mean, his last
guarantee.
title though was coaching apprentice with the Diamondbacks.
So now he is
team.
Major League Coach.
Blacksmith?
And the other thing is,
The
the
fuck?
guy that I want to add, and I'm sincere asking this question, they hired Marcus Thames as the hitting coach.
Thames.
Is he related to the dude that was like super jacked and he played for the Brewers? You know who I'm talking about?
Eric James.
Thank you,
Eric
Noah.
Thames.
That's what I was thinking of too when they
Thanks,
first
Noah.
hired him. Is that the same guy? I don't think they are related though.
But he went to Japan and like became like
Yeah.
an icon over there, dude.
Yeah.
He was just
Like,
a monster.
yeah,
So did Tuffy Rhodes.
Tim's. Okay, it is. All right.
Thames.
Tim's
Thames.
Thames.
Tim's.
Spelled the same
Tim's.
as Tim's.
So it's not like the river in
Yeah,
London.
it's not like the former Brewers.
Pam
team.
Pam.
Tame.
Pam.
Pam.
Quick
Pam-
question: do you guys think this is enough to convince Ohtani to the Sox?
Yes.
Ooh.
All
Could
right.
be.
100%.
What would you guys do? I have to ask. Like, so you're going about your day. Now you're gonna fill in the blanks. All right, going about your day. You go through your normal daily routine. Mitch goes to a meth house to do a stand up. Zoe,
He was already there.
right? Zoe breaks
Yeah,
some
it was
code.
on gold cards.
And then in the afternoon, you guys both go out. You're like, "Whew, what a day, what a morning. I'm going to go get I'm going to go get a snack or whatever. And then you open up your phone and you see the White Sox have signed Shohei Ohtani to a 12-year contract. Now, what are you doing with the rest of your day post you opening your shit up and going, holy mother, what?
The first thing I'm doing is getting confirmation from like 10 different sources before I
Yes.
even flinch.
Good.
And then once that happens, I am not messaging you on our normal app. I am calling each of you
It's a FaceTime.
individually to pull you out of work, whatever you're doing, to get on the internet so we can get on here and talk about this. And then I don't know, like I'm walking down the block to Baloney's house to crack a fucking bottle of bourbon or something. I don't know, man. Like it's
Like, what would
and-
you do? Like,
no,
seriously?
Adam's right. I would probably just walk down to the corner store and buy a bunch of lotto tickets because I got the same.
Okay,
chance
so
of
like,
that
This
hitting.
is what I would do.
imagine this comes from the White Sox account and it's not hacked. It's not hacked. You can confirm.
Oh my god! Can you imagine if somebody hacks the White Sox?
Yeah, that'd be fucking hilarious.
If they signed him, I would do the I will make the calendar. I will do that. That's
Ooh.
not
Woo! There you go, Missy.
There you go. There you go, Miss. Get on
It
the
is.
phone with Getz. Get on the
It is.
phone.
I got some really nice cameras. You're coming out to Vegas. We're gonna do some real nice
If
spreads.
the White Sox signed Shohei Ohtani, if I saw that like on my phone, first thing I'm doing is I'm gonna try to haunt people because I'm dead. I'm a spirit. I'm gonna see if that shit's real or not. That's not gonna happen, guys. What are you talking about?
Shh! Don't fuck with the
No.
fantasy here.
I'm gonna try to see if
No
this
one is-
shit is
yeah,
real or not.
I-
I know Baloney, he doesn't want to fuck around with the ghosts, you know.
I
Like, oh,
am
no, we don't want to
shutting
mess
down-
around, but I want to
shutting
know
see if it's real or not.
I want to know what every White Sox fan would do if at 2:15 p.m. on a random Thursday, I'm going to say Thursday afternoon because you got that Friday. Thursday afternoon, you got a push notice that says the White Sox have agreed to a 12-year deal with Shohei Ohtani. I want to know what every White Sox fan's reaction would be or their first impulse would be. at
I know what it is.
2:15 on a
Full circle. You want to go full
Thursday.
circle? 12 years for this guy who's injured?
No,
Oh.
there will be a section of White
Yeah,
Sox fans
course.
that go that route.
NWO would be like,
I think
So-
you'd have to
fuck
check,
is this
I'd
guy?
have to check the obituaries to make sure that Jerry didn't die and we didn't get a
Yeah.
new owner to spend that
The
It doesn't mean
honest
that it
answer-
happened. I didn't say what the rest of the stuff
I
behind
mean,
it.
the realistic, like not trying to be
wanna
like
know.
funny or whatever answer is I'm closing my work computer. Well, first of all, I'm submitting for PTO that Friday.
Yeah.
I'm closing my work computer. I
There you go.
am literally calling Baloney and being like, "Are you home?" Because we're drinking, and I'm just drinking, and then I'll probably hop on here and I'll hop on every other podcast that wants me to talk about it, and then after drinking here for a little bit, I probably hop in an Uber and go to Cork at the park or something because it's going to be a party.
Yeah. Mhm.
Party
There
at
will
Uncle
be
Bud's.
parties.
I'll fly
Yeah.
out.
Right, Uncle Buzz.
Yeah, I mean, we are partying.
Mitch, I'm with you. If that happens, I'll get on. I'll find
Well,
the next.
yeah, me and Kevin are hopping
You
on
know
point.
what's
I'm on the next flight.
you know what's so sad about the hypothetical is that normally you can go into fantasy land for a little bit. Is that
Yeah.
normally owners don't talk about any specific player?
Yeah.
And guess which owner said in a press conference a couple months ago, oh, and by the way, we're not going to go after Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
It was
Wink.
Jerry Reinsdorf.
Yeah.
Wink.
Oh, fucking.
He was just like, oh, like that was the last thing he said before he walked away from the podium when he introduced Chris Getz.
How sick
Is
would
the
it
new-
be?
Remind the engagement we were about to get, Aldo. Thanks for that. So you just killed it.
That's what he was like. Oh, and by the
Oh,
way,
wait.
guys,
How sick
we're
would it
not
be?
going after.
Jerry and
How-
Wyatt getting the pants. What do you miss with the
No,
fans?
no.
Don't miss-
Here is the ultimate fantasy: is them being like, we've signed Ohtani 12 years, and also Jerry Reinsdorf said, "Here you go, you ungrateful motherfuckers. I got you, Ohtani."
Are you giving us
out.
stink palm? Where are you reaching?
Reinsdorf out. I'm reaching my back, dude.
Yeah, you do.
Reinsdorf out.
Oh, that looks
That's
like
true.
stink
People
palm. I
did
thought
give
you were
it
giving us
Ohtani,
like.
though, there's a good chance we would just be the new Angels, just the Midwest. It's like the third place in the division, but we get to watch
Also-
Ohtani every night.
We're moving to Nashville.
You know,
Yeah, instead of-
that's the
yeah,
second.
instead of
announcement.
Mike Trout,
We're
it's
opening up
Luis
a brand
Robert.
new stadium in Nashville.
Nashville. Let's go. You know what?
Las Vegas gets a
You guys don't
second
do
team.
that?
The Las Vegas Sox.
You guys, oh god, that'd be awesome. But you guys don't do that. Like I do this at night, where I'm like, how would I feel if this happened? And then like, what would I
You
respond
don't-
to it? And you get
don't
really
wanna know.
excited, and you're like, this could be cool.
You don't want to know what I think about at night.
Like it's fun to think like how
Thinking about Megan Fox, Jennifer
multiverse.
Aniston, and
what happens if this
No,
happened.
we've established that. I'm good on that.
I'd love to see like how White Sox the entire White Sox Twitter fan base would react to that. Like it would probably crash the site because it's terrible anyway now. But
So do you know what really sucks? I'm sorry, quick tangent. I think the game's about that. I had the Suns -1.5.
Oh, I
So
took a
fuck
money
me.
line. I took a money line.
ooh.
I hope you both lose your bets.
Hey,
Sorry, not to-
So
No, I already lost. So
question.
didn't it
I'm
go to
pretty
overtime?
sure.
Oh, is
I'm
it
gonna
over?
pull- Can I pull you for?
Go for
what's
it.
up?
You can
Alright.
pull me anytime, big boy.
I will pull. I will beat
That's
you.
what I was thinking at
I will
night.
beat you off. No, so
I'm gonna beat
Rose
you
Bowl,
up.
right? I've never been to the Rose Bowl. Have you guys been to the Rose Bowl?
I have not.
Outside of it,
Is $200 like way too expensive to like pay for a ticket for the Rose Bowl?
No.
Is it? Am I being like a total like miser?
Nah, for a one, that's one of those things. You know, you got to check it out the bucket list. I would pay.
You
200.
got to do it at least once.
I think I'm going to the Rose Bowl then. All right. So that was,
I paid 150.
Who's in
for
the
an
Rose Bowl?
race. I think
I don't know. We don't
we
know
don't
yet.
know yet.
That's the thing. I don't give a
That's
shit
true.
because it's not Notre Dame, so I don't care.
I think
But-
it would be like, do they
I
still
want to go to the
do?
Rose Bowl. I want to go to the Rose Bowl, and we're doing the Beef Bowl, which is the Lowry's, where they get to eat the fucking. It's like the part of the Rose Bowl. It's like the Lowry's Beef Bowl has been like since 1956.
Oh, what's up?
So we're helping and got tickets, but it's like $200.
I know the irony of me wearing a Bulls hoodie, but
Yes!
Suns won by
Andy, is it worth it?
But yes.
that's
Jeffrey,
sick.
I agree.
Right.
If the White Sox got Juan Soto, that would be really sick. But
Right.
they don't have the horses to make that trade unless it's Eloy and Cease.
Yeah, I think they would want Cease.
They
They
would
want. They,
want
they
Cease.
want to. They will need a. They need pitching. I think
Yeah,
they need.
they would
pitching.
take. I think you could get away with Cease and a prospect for Soto.
I think
It's
so.
1 year.
Yeah.
Again,
That's the thing.
just a
People are like,
reminder,
"Oh, but it's
1 year of Juan Soto.
1 year.
The
It's
money.
it's
The
not-
money matters so much to these teams, especially the Padres. Apparently,
Mhm. Mhm.
It's 1 year. 1 year.
Not that bad. It's not the end.
Done.
I'm surprised they got the Bogarts extension done before the Soto one. I would think that would be ahead on their priorities over there. But I guess they're broke.
well,
so
that
it's
was a free agent deal.
the Bogart.
Yeah. Do you mean
Yeah,
Tatis
but
Jr.?
they were willing to pay him all that money. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, I'm surprised they didn't give that to. So,
That's no, you're right. That was well. I think at the time everybody assumed like, oh well. I mean, I guess the Padres are just going to be spending all their money, and apparently the Padres owner didn't have it because that was probably their plan. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
they had
you're
to
right.
take that
You're right, Mitch. That
$50
did
mil
make
loan.
sense. Like if they knew then that they couldn't
Wait,
afford
why
to
are they
keep
putting
Soto,
time? Aldo, you are back alive, son.
what's going on? Tell me.
They just put 0.4 seconds back on the clock. and
You
said some
lying son of a.
weird-looking foreign dude. On
He
the
missed
line.
the first free
Oh,
throw.
you.
He missed
Oh.
both free throws. Fuck
I'm
it.
on a delay. I'm on a delay.
just both.
Dude missed 2 free throws at the end. I hope
That
the
is-
Suns lose now. Somehow
That
get
is a
shot
bad
off.
beat, sir. That is a bad.
How did
Jeffrey, I totally agree with you. We need the White Sox. I'm guessing is the we here, because by your profile picture, need 3 pitchers, a catcher, right field, and a shortstop. You forgot about second base there, bud, and second baseman. We also need a closer.
We need
it's
a
the
lot of
off-
yeah.
It's gonna be the off season of mid. I mean, they're gonna get a lot of mid tier guys like a Paul DeYoung and shit like that. Like White Sox baseball, baby. Get into it.
is
Like,
Gregory
that's-
Santos not going to be your closer?
He might if
They
they
should
don't
try
trade
to
him.
flip
They
But
should try to trade him.
oh yeah, I mean sell high.
His
But-
value, yeah, with relievers, it fluctuates.
I
Exactly.
think that's the other thing. I don't know. I would imagine people do, but you might want to pump the brakes on some of those expectations there, White Sox fans. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody predicts a parade unless they get fired.
See, the last time the Sox were bad and like trying to be bad, at least it was like worth watching because you knew you had all these young guys coming up. Like next year, it's going to be very hard to motivate myself to watch. I'll do it anyway because I like torturing myself.
Free agency
You
is
know it's going to be bad and like it's not. It's going to be a
You have,
bunch
an
of.
you have an obligation to the people
Dude,
to come on
imagine
here.
being on the White Sox PR team for this offseason. just
Yeah.
for 1 second.
Well, apparently they
What are
have,
you
like,
selling? What are you selling for season
no,
tickets?
they
I
have
feel
like
so. I can
25
tell you.
Dollar Dog
times of-
Wednesdays, baby. We're
No,
bringing
I
it back.
I
What
can
do you
tell you
have?
what they're selling. I can tell you because they call me once a month and try to sell me on this shit.
I'm
They're
talking about
trying-
December though. What are you selling in December though?
They're trying to sell the family experience. This guy started tugging it. He's like, "Do you remember when your dad took you to your first Sox game?" And
You remember when someone smuggled a gun in their fat of the belly and shot themselves in the leg?
yeah.
Sell
Well, I mean, I grew up here. That shit doesn't really faze me. Oh my goodness. Oh, they try to do an alley-oop inbounds pass.
Oh shit. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta actually get set up here.
All right, go Mitch.
See, man,
Wait, what's your Twitch?
Barbecue.
Wink and eye. Do a Joker like eyebrow.
I
Do an
usually
eyebrow move.
do.
Yes.
Yeah,
There. That's it.
Reporting live
Just
in Columbia, Mitch Kaminsky, ABC 17 News.
Yeah,
Boom.
there you go.
That was the
See
stand.
that.
That's the finish. Go.
I know, Mitch, do it with your
We're going live.
do it with
We're
your
going
pet-
live. What is it? What's the link? God damn it.
It's
We had it.
Well, look at this.
He's not on for another 10 minutes.
I know we gotta find it though. We gotta get it set up.
It's
I think we
ABC
have
17
time.
News.
ABC 17 Missouri. I'm gonna go. Let's go.
I
ABC.
think we got time. We
Dude,
got time.
fuck the Suns,
Hey,
man.
Willing to prepare is preparing to fail. We got to get Mitch ready. Weather 43. Wow. God damn. It's 43%. 43 degrees. Like, is it cold in Chicago now?
No, it's actually kind of weirdly warm. It's
Dude,
it was-
it's glow.
It was 69.
Climate change, buddy. It's like 50
Jeez.
degrees in Chicago.
yeah,
It was
dude,
69 today.
we were in the 60s, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking right now. 55, 49, 50, 54, 58, 59,
El
60
Nino,
degrees on Wednesday,
which is
58, 63
Spanish
degrees
for-
next Friday.
El Nino.
It ain't no El Nino. It was
It's
Jeffrey,
El Nino. Get ready
it was
for El
50
Nino.
degrees on Christmas last year.
Talk to me. I mean, Jeffrey, you're right. It's just, there's a lot of blue. And I'm, as a White Sox fan, as a baseball fan, I am very interested to see the team they put on the field because there is so much openings. Like Jeffrey said, they
Oh my
need
God, the green screen on Mitch's station. Sorry.
right fielder, second base, closer, at least 2 or 3 pitchers, need another outfielder, a catcher. It's just I'm interested. A shortstop.
So, well, I think we talked about it last, or when we were talking about Tim Anderson and like what direction they're moving, and like they're saying that they're trying to compete. What would you, if I could tell you right now, it's like, hey, it's going to take you 1.5 years before like they're actually going to try, or they're going to try to make it work, patched together with mid-tier guys. What option are you choosing?
So wait, what are my options again?
So you're either like I guess it would be a mini, basically kind of what the Cubs did. Like 2022, they were still rebuilding,
Mhm.
but like they spent a little bit of money, but they didn't go all out. They waited like 1.5 years until they acted.
I'd be fine. with that.
Or 2015, 2016 Sox. Let's make some trades. Let's sign a couple of guys. Hey, we can be competitive.
Wait, are you talking about this team?
Wait. Where we at? Where's Mitch?
Something like that.
Because this is happening right now.
I would.
Bad green screen.
Why was that bad? It seems fine.
Look at her shoulders.
They're shouldering.
Do you see the? No. All right. Anyway, Mitch.
Uh,
is about
Kind of
to
looks
go-
like my green screen.
And Aldo, you're at home. They're a station.
Hey, man, we said earlier he's in the middle of Missouri. Give him a break.
Missouri. Here we go. So
Uh,
is he doing the gift card scam report? Because that's what I'm seeing right now. We're gonna take this to Mitch's live.
What else is on the list, Zoe? MLB awards?
Yeah, we pretty much covered it.
So Aldo,
One way or the other.
Craig Counsell is going to win Manager of the Year
Yep.
as a Cub.
yep, his picture will have a Cub hat. Aldo, what about Innings Festival? Tell me about
But what?
Innings Festival.
Innings Festival?
You've never heard of it?
No.
All right. Well, we're apparently going now. It's a Red Hot Chili Peppers, Greta Van Fleet. It's in Tempe, which is what?
Right,
10 minutes?
Yumper. We gotta bring him down to steamy Arizona for the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's the
Shit.
number one band, right?
How far is Tempe from you?
Tempe from here, like half an hour south. Oh, that's
Okay.
prime ASU. That's a ASU campus, baby.
Yeah,
That's party.
I think that's
Mills
where
Avenue.
you want to come down.
Well, I'm already there.
You'd be
Well,
coming
no,
down
I
to him.
mean,
You have to.
well, so a buddy texts me and goes,
When is this? Who is it again? Red Hot Chili Peppers.
It's Innings Fest. They do it every spring training. It's a great music festival, 2 days. They do it. All the old players play, and it's spring training. It's in Tempe.
I need to know the dates because I may not be in Arizona.
February 23rd and 24th.
I have to check my
Wait.
schedule. I may be out
As
of the
a-
country.
So the Friday show, 23rd. Is
Hey, you guys can plan your date at another time.
okay. So,
Um,
Sox fans also would like to know they can see the Chili Peppers coming to see the Sox. Where do the Sox play?
for spring training,
Mm-hmm.
you're taking the long route there.
We got a few
Uh,
more submissions to our contest. Keep them
Keep them
coming.
coming. Keep them coming.
I want to know that all those coming because
I don't think
Hosier.
Blake Snell is going to sign with the White Sox, Jeffrey.
No.
Even if for some weird reason they offered him the most money, I don't think he wants any part of a rebuild, retool.
So I do think I mentioned his name earlier, and it was one of the MLB trade rumors predictions. I do think this is a realistic possibility if the White Sox are somewhat serious about still contending as soon as 2024. I think Eduardo Rodriguez, that 4 years, like $80 million. I think that's a realistic thing for the
Yeah.
White Sox.
Correct.
I think, at least.
I believe.
So he'd be a solid ace.
Yo, definitely. I can't sit here and try to predict which way he's going to go with this because it's a new GM, a new team. I know the owner's the same, but I don't know. I don't know.
How much do you think they can get for Eloy? Or who do you better question. Who do you think has more value? Eloy, Eloy long term, he has cheap club options if he can,
Stay healthy.
fulfill his potential. Or Andrew Vaughn, first base, DH, has shown a little. At least he stayed healthy, a little consistency. Did show some more pop in the second half. Who has more trade value? I guess Vaughn, huh? Just because of the cheap
I would
years?
say Vaughn, and also that he could play the field. Eloy can't really play the field.
Like, kind of.
Yeah. Well, no, you got to remember a lot of that shit is from when they stuck a career third baseman.
Well, no, he graded out. He was a really bad first baseman.
Oh, really? I didn't even. To be honest,
no, he was.
I didn't even look at that.
That's what drives the value down on Andrew Vaughn. We know he's slow. He doesn't field his position well, so he has to hit to get value. That's why his WAR number is down. Was even though he hit pretty well in 2023, he was like a 1 WAR player because he just doesn't do enough anywhere else.
I'd still put him in the field before I put Eloy.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
So I would say Vaughn would have
Mainly
more
because
value.
Eloy could probably get hurt.
Yeah, Eloy's. I mean, it's like putting a little kid. You can't do it. Like,
I did laugh
do
at that report, or it wasn't a report. It was, I think Getz was saying, it's like, yeah, guys are working this offseason to get in good shape.
fuck out of here.
Good strategy. That's good strategy.
Yeah, and then
Rick
the
Hahn
next
never said that, did he?
the next day, fucking Oscar Colas put on a Snapchat story like a picture outside of a Planet Fitness or some shit like that.
There
It
you
was like,
go.
okay, buddy. All right. Good job. I have no idea what's going to happen. Obviously, things have to happen because they have so many empty spots, but I don't know, man. Excuse me. Funny.
Oh, good night. Hello, Zoe. God, sorry we're boring you.
Well, it's 2 hours later here, bud, and I've been up since 5 o'clock chasing a 2-year-old.
Hey,
Well,
how about
3-year-old now.
has daylight savings fucked? I was fucked up all week for daylight savings. Like
That shit sucks. I thought we were getting rid of it.
fallbacks. Aldo's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, what do you guys
That's-
say?
Midwest and the West, fucking Central. What are you? What is your shit? Yours is Mountain Time Zone. You dicks. Nothing changes. Nothing changes.
The entire country should do that. Yeah, no, you're right. So there was that fake, or it wasn't fake, but like congressmen were trying to push it. What happened, guys? Push it. Get it done.
Real good.
Do something. And I think that would be the one thing. I think that would be the
wasn't
one
knocking
thing that
Planet
most people would
Fitness.
like.
I wasn't knocking Planet Fitness. I was just saying, like, the timing was hilarious.
It's weird, man. When you wake up and like the sun's out, I'm supposed to be at work. Oh, wait, nope, 2 more hours.
No,
It
the
does suck
holes-
though when it's like 5 and it's just pitch black.
Yeah,
I hate the winter. Period. It's the worst.
Sucks
Sucks.
more than anything that's ever sucked before.
Too dark.
Yeah,
Too
it's
dark.
terrible.
I do have to say though, I do shit on Arizona, living in Arizona a lot because the summers are unbearable. But this is I mean, it's beautiful right now.
Your prime time zone. Your prime time zone. Vegas,
It's prime in Chicago, bro. It's 60 degrees in Chicago right
That's
now.
the thing, though. Zoe. That's the
Leaves are
thing.
changing.
Climate change is real. All you climate change is not. It's real. Like Chicago, I mean, might have to go back.
2 weeks. Tell me what's going on in 2 weeks. El Nino is going to fuck everybody up this year. It's going to be terrible.
So
terrible.
This is a weird thing
Except us in
about
the
me.
desert. Aldo's got the hay boobs.
I read the Farmer's Almanac when they talk about projecting for winter.
But when did you buy it?
They are definitely saying they think this is going to be
wet,
a mild, wet winter, mild temperature wise, but wet.
Oh, that's beautiful. You take that.
Out west, we're told out west is going to be snowy up in Colorado. Got a lot. Aldo and I are both in the desert places where we're like, give us your fucking snowfall, please. Right? You have the best. You guys get the.
I can like drive like 2 hours north and get snow.
Yep. Same thing. Hour and a half. But not here.
The summers do suck though. You know?
It's hot, but this is why we live here, right? We love Chicago, but Aldo and I would agree.
No. If I had my choice, I'd be I'd be sitting next to Zoe right now.
Oh no, never again. I will not be that cold ever again. No baseball. No, it's actually it's the baseball part. I've been teased enough in my life by Illinois weather that I'm like, nah, go fuck yourself. I'll go here where I can actually go to baseball when I'm told I'm going to baseball.
You don't like the 35-degree opening days in March in April?
I like being able to golf next week in 71-degree temperatures.
So if you're in the Chicagoland area right now, because the Bears are playing Thursday Night Football, currently right now,
what we got?
Jason Kelsey and Andrew Whitworth are at Wiener Circle.
No.
I hope they get abused verbally. Go good.
Promo right now.
Bye week for the Eagles.
Yep.
So is it bad that I send every player I've ever coached, they're like, I'm going to blank blank for a recruiting visit. And I say, go to the Wiener Circle and ask for a chocolate shake.
Not bad. I mean,
these poor high school kids. They're like 17. And I'm like, and everyone wants to take, that's a recruiting tool, by the way. People go Wiener Circle. Let's go. So you drop that. I'm like,
I'll take your word for it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what happens. So,
I do.
These poor kids.
Yeah. So we're at the 2 hour mark here. Do you guys
We got an hour to go.
Last question, because Kevin's. What's Kevin doing? Kevin, why are you slurring your words so much? I haven't seen you drink one bitter. Have you been?
Nah.
You're getting that John Taffer. What was it, the whiskey, like through osmosis?
I put my tongue in the back.
Last question here before we sign off. First big free agent to sign. First top free agent to sign.
I say Billy Cubs.
Zoe.
It's usually going to be not a top 10 guy. I don't know, like Sonny Gray signs back with the Twins. It's going to be like a real, you know what I mean? But that's probably what's going to happen. Jordan Montgomery back with Texas once they chill out.
True.
So
I'll go. Somebody goes crazy and they offer Soler a deal he can't refuse.
he is a very hot commodity because again,
He's a White Sox.
There's no position players available.
White Sox.
For Soler, 3 years, $45 million.
That works.
Huh.
That
All
actually
right.
really works.
We really ran out of gas here the last 5.
Yeah, it really just hit like a complete stop. So for Fids, that's all though. Make sure you get into the contest. It is pinned at our Twitter account at Pinwheels IV Pod on Twitter. I think actually, although when we post the episode on Spotify, there's a place where you can put a link or some shit like that in there.
Put it on there for podcast listeners on Spotify.
Yep.
It'll be there.
But get in there. I think we got 6 or 7, but
keep them coming.
Yeah,
you can submit it until one of those top 20 guys signs, and then it's closed.
The more the
once
merrier.
that starts, which means tomorrow.
Oh, that would suck.
Better hurry. Better hurry.
Better hurry.
Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait.
I'm Zoe. Thank you all very much. We had a pretty good audience tonight. I was watching the
Omaha production.
It stayed pretty steady tonight. We really appreciate all the super chats. Again, all the money in the super chats will go to the charity raffle tickets. And thank you all for liking, subscribing. Any little bit helps. We really appreciate it. The love was definitely felt tonight. I hope everybody has a good rest of your week. And if something crazy does happen, as we showed, we will jump back on here. So take care of yourself and each other. We will see you guys next week.